Welcome to the CrashOut. All right, we live.
Okay. What's good, everybody? Welcome back. We are back with the CrashOut podcast, episode 66. I think last time I made a mistake and said 55, but we are on episode 66, and a lot has been going on in the gaming world. You know, some good, some not so good. We're definitely going to get into that. And, you know, it's Crimson Desert just came out. That's been a huge topic of contention. So we're gonna get into the good, the bad, and the ugly, at least so far. And we have had a couple people get their hands on it. So that's gonna be pretty lit topic. Speedstorm seems like it's speedstorming, so we definitely gonna be hopping in divisions as well. But you already know I go by the name of _Blaster, and I'm happy to be here again, Mr. Sammy. Man, what's good?
I'm good. I've been living. I've been touching grass in Pywell. I've been enjoying myself because I got my hands on Crimson Desert. I pre-ordered it 2 days before it dropped, and I never looked back. That game is honestly, is it crazy to say this? Probably my favorite game of all time.
Really? Damn.
And I didn't even get to the end.
He said the same thing about Expedition. Who said that?
No. Hold on. To be fair, I said that's probably my favorite JRPG of all time. Mind you, I never played another JRPG apart from like Pokemon back on the Game Boy. But like, if I had to try a new franchise like Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts, I don't think it's gonna live up to Expedition just because I played Expedition first. And what did you say, Nano?
I was saying, how much time do you put into the game?
Shit. Based on my stream, just under 20 hours, 16 hours. No,
Man,
not even.
You loving the game like that? Okay.
Probably 20 hours because I played the game offline as well. So yeah, 20 hours.
Hey, man. All right.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but Pearl Abyss, they got something here. Shout out to Pearl Abyss in Korea.
Yeah. Shout outs to the Korean market.
All of Asia in general, actually. They've been stepping it up. But yeah, Caleb, what you been on?
Yo, it's good. It's Caleb Black Flash. You know what I'm saying? Episode 66. That means next week will be 6-7.
No. Don't do that.
I did it.
Lay out.
Yeah. We're going to get into it today. Got some topics. I'm going to be talking about it. Interesting, give my take. I think it's definitely AI is open AI. They deleted Sora, so we're going to talk about that. But good to be back.
Or got derezzed.
They got Tron, in Tron when they hit you with that damn thing, you dissipate.
They got Sam. They got Sam.
Yeah, they got Sam.
You got decommissioned, bro. Oh, name kids next door.
But yeah, Angel, go ahead and let people know who is.
Yo.
The Poppy of Speedstorm
is here with the podcast boys. What up, Maisie? How we doing? How we all feeling today? Yo, we got a lot of topics to talk about. A lot of stuff happening in the gaming world, like Nano said. A lot of other stuff got announced as well. Probably won't be showing trailers because we keep getting copyrighted on trailers, so we're just gonna talk about them instead of showing them off.
Oh yeah, when it was the movie trailers, right?
Yeah, movie trailers.
So
yeah, we can't.
We can show the game trailers.
Some game trailers get copyrighted too, depending on the studio.
Oh my god.
Yeah, DMCA has been like a motherfucker lately, guys. So we apologize if some of the podcast VODs don't have trailers because I had to trim out those segments just to not be copyrighted. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't know why. So I feel like reaction videos are not really copywriting anything because we're just reacting to the fucking trailer. But I mean, whatever. But yeah, without further ado, let's get this podcast started, y'all. I hope y'all having a great Wednesday. And without further ado,
Welcome to the CrashOut.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. We covering the drama, we talking about your mama. We smoking on the ganja, we drifting in the Honda. We turning up with Sammy, OneWingedAngel with the family. Black flash jamming like a lammy, Nano always understanding. Yeah. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out.
all right. Oh shit, where we at? Okay, there we go. Yo, my bad. I'm gonna check something, but I feel like I need to make something. Yes, you gotta make an announcement. Gotta make an announcement. It has been over a year since we've been a podcast channel. Our very first was October 27th. I don't know if we even announced it October of last year when that has been a year, but
we did.
We did. Okay.
Yeah, we mentioned it. We were supposed to do it like a birthday celebration stream, but we didn't get to it.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew. You know, we've been in here for a whole
The
year.
fact that we still going strong is celebratory enough in my eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know it was over a year because what? There's like 50 how many weeks in a year? It's like 54 weeks in a year, something like that.
52.
Yeah, 52. So we on episode, since it's a weekly episode, we on episode 66. So yeah, that's a year's worth of episodes.
Yeah. Mind you, there's some weeks we've been on hiatus too, so you know we're not on that crunch time like Japan, but
What up, Ferrari? What up, Iceman? And yeah, Iceman, Sammy is in here. Maisie. I thought I seen somebody else, but maybe I'm tripping. How y'all doing? Poppy in here getting an hype. Yo, man, we got a lot of news to talk about. Yo, Divisions season 2 signups are officially open as well. No, not really. There was no change to it, unfortunately. Like, I was hoping that we were gonna like try to switch things up, but the only difference is we're not gonna have rematches or like that. That's literally the main difference, other than level 60 in private lobbies.
I mean, I thought you were talking about Wolf's like big changes that he was gonna do divisions.
Well, he didn't make none other than the no rematches and that. Yeah, no rematches on level 60s. Yeah, that's it. That's really that's what I got from all of that. That was said. Like, there was nothing changed, nothing like, you know, nothing fresh. It's just gonna be the same thing but less rematches. Which somebody pointed out,
It's a plus, I guess.
that if you don't get a lot of teams, we're gonna come across the same problem we've always had with rematches, because we don't have enough teams to supplement not, you know, having rematches.
Well, hey man,
Yeah.
you know, at least from what I saw, it looked like registration just opened up. So, you know, just give people enough time, and I'm sure people will sign up. It looked like, you know, people are making new teams. I saw that Wolf made his team, and only him and Rugel are on it. So I don't know
Hold
if that
on,
means
Nano. I'm
there's a
hearing you running a team too.
You definitely did not fucking get that from anywhere. So
Yeah, I heard that too,
Bruh.
Sammy. I heard it too. I heard he was bringing back the stream snipers.
Yeah, I heard
nah,
that.
my time on Speedstorm is finito, bro.
What
Then
was the chat saying? The chat saying you coming back.
the chat wants Nano to come back, man. The chat wants Nano to come back. They miss him.
Listen, man, ever since I stopped playing Speedstorm, life got better. All right.
Again, you Jimmy Butler.
Then he said, I can see clearly now. Speedstorm's gone. I mean, what?
Listen, every time I hear about Speedstorm news, y'all are suffering. So I ain't trying to go back.
Yeah, we're scaring Nano. Ain't no way Nano coming back after all the shit talk we did for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, like
Justifiably.
ain't no like fireness going on, man. So I mean, I'm still gonna be an observer. I'm still gonna watch, divisions and whatnot. But I don't know, man. It looked like GameLoft don't even want me to come back, to be honest. So
Also, according to Ferrari, there's rumors that the World Cup interviews from the first World Cup are being released soon. Is that true?
oh, is that true, Sammy?
Ferrari, I just want you to know something, because we had the same conversation a couple months ago, and I told you you're gonna come back in here in a couple months and ask that same question. And what has yet to happen? Those interviews being released.
Damn.
Sam, you making Jamaicans look bad, man.
I don't know what Sammy got going on. He holding it.
He's too busy playing Arc Raiders and Crimson for no reason. At this point, Sammy, you need to just Dropbox me the files, and then I'm gonna just fucking upload them myself.
I'm gonna make a poll. If y'all really want this, vote in the poll.
We don't need a poll. We already know.
Make a poll.
Why do we gotta make a poll for?
done.
Yeah, the interviews. They want the interviews, man. Look, Sammy, if you're busy, just Dropbox me the files of all the interviews, and then I'll just do it myself.
I mean, I
Come
could
on,
drop it,
man.
no problem.
We had some crazy dialogue in their interviews, man. Some of it was kind of spicy. So
All right, you know what? I'll drop them. I'm just letting you know. Most of them are probably black screens, so don't expect much but audio.
With some editing magic, we could take the audio and then put some.
I mean, I could put something on the screen. I mean, if I got the file of the audio, I could just, I don't know, I could put like a gameplay of something over the screen.
This is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, all I'm telling you is that 300 million pages.
300
million hours of audio.
Release the Sammy files. Yo, Sammy ain't trying to leak them. Ferrari, he's not trying to leak the files, bro.
He's pulling the Trump and Epstein. He said he's trying to hide the files, man.
Nah, man. And it's crazy. You know what's so crazy, Ferrari? We actually had some fire dialogue.
All right, Ferrari.
Yeah, Ferrari said we don't need videos from audio only interviews. I mean,
We'll do it this weekend.
I mean, if anything, you know what you can edit, to make it fast, Sammy, just put like the CrashOut logo as just like over the audio, and just have the audio playing with the CrashOut logo in the background, and just call it a day. Truthfully, just call it a day.
I'll probably do that. We'll do it on Friday.
Yeah. Disclaimer,
I'll do it.
Everything said in those videos
It was from 2 years ago.
3 years ago is nasty work, bro. We about to hear interviews from guys. We about to hear interviews from players that don't even play this game no more.
Hey, you know what's funny? Rob's gonna be in my DMs again.
He's gonna be like, about fucking time you release this shit. God damn.
Yo, all right, yo, Ferrari, you heard it. He said Friday. All right, so that means if you don't see the video Friday, Ferrari, I'll give you permission to come at him on next Wednesday.
It'll be a trickling effect. I'll drop the first one this Friday.
Dang, he's not even. He said the first one. Oh God.
Yeah, because we did like 3.
Let's see how long the second one
that-
takes. So we'll say that.
Why you trying to spread it out like it's a schedule as if it ain't already 2 years late? He trying to drip feed the interviews. What the heck?
Hold on. Yeah, there's 3 in here. I see Europe. I see North America. I see USA.
Yeah, hey, that North America one, that one was spicy, man.
Man,
That one
just, hey, put it back to back like Drake. Back to back.
The NA one is oh man, that one's legendary.
It was, man. But I mean, everybody is made up now. Everybody on so
Yo, Ferrari said one episode for 3 years? Question mark is crazy. Shit,
One
Speedstorm wouldn't
episode,
even be a
3
thing if you waited 3
Damn.
years per episode. The last episode, Speedstorm would be way out of life. I mean, shit, the players probably don't even, look for Speedstorm related things anymore. That's crazy.
Well, what released first? Sammy's interviews or GTA 6? Probably GTA 6.
That's not
That's
good.
crazy.
Sammy. That's not good.
Yo, Sammy, I'm not Sammy. If GTA 6 comes out the interviews, I'm gonna ask questions.
It's
Bro,
gonna release before GTA 6.
There's probably some niggas might be a nigga that waiting for you might die before the interview comes out.
Yo, don't say that. That's crazy.
That's
Die every
crazy.
day, man.
All right, so
Not even
Friday,
Joe
guys,
Biden,
that's the
yeah,
confirmation. Friday for the
Yes.
first episode. Sammy's gonna do it. So
Yeah.
that if he doesn't do it,
I'm doing it.
cuss his
Don't worry,
ass
I'm
out on
doing it.
Wednesday.
I'm
Who said
doing
that?
I'm doing it. Which one was the least spiciest? Probably EU because that one was just soft Alice. We'll drop the soft Alice video.
Probably said I can show my grandchildren the interview.
Nano and Angel that's holding the interview back. He said, "We'll drop it." No, you need to drop it.
Right, because I promise you I would have been dropped it if I had the files. There's some spicy stuff that needs to be
Right,
fucking
so I
out
can
in the
show my
light.
grandchildren.
3 years old. Hopefully, maybe some of those people will come back.
Outdated shit.
Yeah, man. A lot of the stuff is outdated, but it's.
Oh, you
it's
know what's
still-
crazy?
still
If we had
quality.
interviewed Brazil back then, I wonder how they would have took to the interview.
Man, it wouldn't have mattered because you would have released that.
Wolf, I bet you Wolf would have been like, "Oh, we're coming. We're gonna be the best. Watch, we're coming."
Yo, Wolf would have been on your ass about that interview.
Right.
Also,
I mean, and I actually don't blame anybody for being on Sammy's ass for these interviews because they took the time out of their day to get the interview done to have the video out, and the videos are still not out yet, and that's crazy.
Like they wasted their time. Like, I sacrificed and did them a favor for nothing. I ain't doing that again.
Well, your name should be fixed, Kayla. By the way,
You said what?
your name should be fixed. I had to disable streamer mode. That's why.
But why does it only affect him, but it doesn't affect me?
I have no idea why it only affects him and everybody else's name is good. I have no idea. I just know I have to disable it.
No, because Nano is a short name, but my name is just as long as Kayla's probably.
Because it doesn't know if it wants to be Khalid Black Flash, Caleb Black
Don't do
Flash,
it. Don't
Khaled
do it.
Black
Don't do that.
It's something.
Damn.
It's
I
something,
can't
man.
read his name right, so they just put in a C.
Look, that's crazy as hell. Crazy as hell.
All right, y'all. Let's get into
Go to the
thick of
divisions
things.
talk.
Well, hey, I guess with Speedstorm, I guess game wise, they got like another Grand Prix event, and I guess
Man.
with this event, you can get some shards to get. I guess at the end of the Grand Prix event, because it's a different event each day, and then at the end you'll get some Cruz Ramirez shards depending on where you play. So make sure you do that if you do want to unlock Cruz Ramirez. But as far as divisions, we did have our first week of the knockout stage, and we had some interesting matches. It was spicy, but there's some teams that got knocked out. So now it's down to the last 4, but we're gonna go over the what's called the 4 matches of week 1 of the knockout rounds and see who are the winners and losers and who is progressing to the next stage of the tournament bracket. So the first match we had BRZ Once Upon a Time versus the Dons of Speedstorm. And the Dons of Speedstorm won that one 298 to 134. The Dons were not playing, they were trying to survive. They did not take it easy. Over 130 points. Big win, big win. You know, probably more than that.
164 points.
164. So yeah, they were cooking. But yeah, I guess it was 12 races, and when it comes to the individual scores, we had Tyap leading the team MVP of the match with 86. We had Toxic with 82, Dino 77, and then Tom 4K with 53. And then for BRZ, Once Upon a Time, we had BRZ Mr. Mime with 55. We had FX the Goat with 33. We had BRZ Leon with 24. We had BRZ Advier with 22. So, you know.
Quick question. What's the maximum amount of points a team can get if you like swept every race?
Well, it depends on how many races.
60 or something like that?
It depends on how many races. Like this week, it had 12 races. So the points will be different this week than the rest of the weeks. There were only 10. But if you look at it, a sweep is 26 points, right?
Yeah.
26 points. If you sweep all 10 races, that's 260 points.
260, yeah.
That's the maximum amount of points, and that's for 10 races. Now, obviously, that will increase per race. So, I mean, what is the sweep? Will be like 50 something for 2 races, right? 26, 52.
Yeah, another 52.
So that's 260 plus 52. Yeah,
312 or something like that.
Yeah, that will be the max points.
Damn, they damn near 312. Yeah, so they damn near almost got max.
Yeah, so essentially, yeah, they did their thing. No, I see some new characters used. Essentially, they got the top 3 or 4 positions almost every race. But interesting, they had the new Beaver character I see was used. I missed the events.
Mabel, yeah, Mabel's nice. Yeah, Mabel. Basically a faster dash.
Dang, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dash. He's yeah.
Man, imagine the superhero motherfucker that's known to be running fast is getting outran by a fucking beaver, bro.
Man, that's when you know you gotta shut your game down, bro.
Oh, by the way, we did watch Hoppers in the VC in the Discord. It was actually a really cute movie. Really cute movie.
Dang, you didn't go to the theater? You didn't support the local theater? So y'all want to talk about, oh, AI is taking jobs?
You know, fun fact, AI was the one that upscaled the cam quality of the movie.
Oh, the AI is upscaling bootleg blurry.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro, AI upscales it. I mean, you can tell it's AI because some of the, there's like ghosting and whatnot. But I shit you not, the AI upscaling a camera rip quality movie, like a bootleg movie, it looks so good. Like I mean, if you can get over the fact that like the ghosting and shit like that is there, like it literally ups the quality. It's like it looks like you're watching it in DVD quality.
Dang. What happens when somebody with an afro walks across the screen? Does the AI account for that?
I don't know. I don't know how AI does upscaling, but I mean, the movie was definitely watchable. Zootopia was like that too. When it was Zootopia 2, when we watched it, it was AI also upscaled that one, and that one looked good too.
Yeah, I watched that one with the lynxes or whatnot. Yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, that was the first match. The second match, we got BRZ Final Boss versus BRZ Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? We had the student versus the master, and so far, the student still has some things to learn because BRZ Final Boss won that match, 271 to 161. So that was a 110 point difference. With the BRZ Final Boss, we had a Wolf, MVP of the match, leading with 79 points. We had Hayes not far behind with 78, just 1 point behind. We had Michael Douglas with 59, and we had Rugal with 55. So Hayes must have switched what's it called, roles, because he up there. Because usually he does brawlers. And then for BRZ Pharaoh, we had Bronco with 64, Danilio with 46, Theo with 33, and then Tramal with 18. So those were your individual scores. Shout out to both BRZ teams, but the final boss is the final boss for a reason, and they will be moving on representing BRZ. It looks like Hayes did defenders this week. Interesting. All right, so the third match, second to last, we had the low. Wait. Oh, hold on. Let me get to it. The second to last match, we had the Lowland Thunder versus BRZ New Wave. So this was Angel's team, and let's see the damage. It looks like the Lowland Thunder won 237 to 195. So Lowland won about like 42. We have Ferrari MVP of the match, leading his team, the Lowland Thunder, with 67 points. We had Goblin King with 61. We had Cedric with 55. We had Nalissi with 54. So overall balance scores by Lowland as a team. And then for the New Wave, we had Ryoni with 64, OneWingedAngel with 51, DK with 42, and Calvis with 38. So it looks like, objectively Calvis struggled a little bit maybe. But I don't know, Angel, take it away, man. What happened in this match? What did Lowland bring that, caught you guys off, by surprise? And
I mean, truthfully, it was they just play they race their asses off. I mean, that's essentially all it is. I played terribly that match. I even said it on fucking stream. I'm like, bro, I'm doing shitty, but I was also getting shitted on by everybody in the lobby, not just Lowland Thunders, but like I got booped off by one of my teammate that was a Moana, and it reset me in silver screen. So like my whole race was cooked there. Fucking like, yeah, it was just a lot of stuff that could have done better or could have been better, but they won. Then they just raced their ass off. That's really all it was. They're all good players. I mean, just because Lowland Thunder may not, a lot of people see Final Boss and Dons up there. Lowland Thunders is just as good a team as the other two. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people get it twisted. They see him lose to maybe the final boss, and then they start, thinking they're not as strong as they are. No, they're definitely still a Titan. You know what I'm saying? It definitely showed that because the BRZ New Wave is a very strong team, one of the best teams in the super divisions, and Lowland Thunder still, they made it. So top 4 team after that. So yeah, they definitely. Very strong.
Hey,
top player.
And GG's to the BRZ boys too. They raced their asses off too. They tried their hardest, and I had fun time. Playing with the BRZ boys. I will not be part of BRZ
last season.
I will not be part of. I will not be part of BRZ next season. Next season, I am going to be on a team with Absent.
So how did you enjoy your time at BRZ?
It was fun. It was fun. It was nice. It was I had my fun time there, and I mean, I talked to Lucas, and it was pretty much like one thing about, I don't know how toxic if Alex does it, but like the communication and language barrier is really hard when some of them don't speak, English. So like, it's kind of hard to communicate with your team. But like, hey, I'm doing this, or hey, I'm doing that, So, that's understandable. But I think if you had, more means to be able to communicate and understand each other more, you probably would have flowed a little bit better.
No, that's 100. Yep, that's why we have different teams and regions for a reason. So. But hey, at least y'all gave it a good chance.
Team.
So we got me, Abby, and then maybe Goblin. That's already 3 people on our team. So if anybody else want to join in, on the Super Squad, let me know.
Sounds like it's gonna be a strong team. It's good to see Absent coming back to the division scene.
Yeah, he's been having the itch, man. Yeah, I was like, man, you look. We're basically me, Absent, and Goblin. We wanted to be in a team for this season, but Absent just didn't want to race. This season he wanted to take a break, which is understandable. It was after the World Cup and whatnot, and he just wanted to take a little break. So that's why that team never came to fruition and whatnot. And BRZ Boys was like the only team that said, hey, we want you on our team. So I was like, if I didn't join them, I probably would not have joined divisions unless Wolf was like, you're going on a final boss type shit. You know what I mean? Because, nobody else was reaching out or nobody responded. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
Wait, which is weird because I was the top scoring trickster for like the longest of divisions this season. But yeah, nah.
Well, I don't think it's like a thing where like people didn't want you on the team. Probably some teams just
Already
kind of
established.
had they were already established, or there just wasn't any new teams that were being made that were
Bro.
looking for people.
Angel, you know who you should recruit? Go find Manji. Whatever hole he crawled into, bring him out, bro.
That's
This guy will
crazy.
finally have a team where it's not just him carrying, like that. I want to see Manji on a team.
I haven't even
wanna see
seen
what-
Manji play the game.
Sammy loves his Monjis and Maxis, but
No Caleb's though, right? It's crazy.
we go.
No more.
Nah, I mean, I've lost motivation for that game. I don't know.
You already know when
When
Caleb's
you know
playing
better,
Sonic,
you do
cheer
better.
him on. Come on now.
Well, you know better, do better. So I'm on a little bit of a gaming hiatus, a little bit. Kind of spent a lot of time gaming and kind of burnt out a little. But I'm gonna take my time with it. But yeah, we got the last match.
yeah. You're right. I feel like I also been kind of like screwing up races because I don't play as much as I used to too.
Yeah.
Remember,
When you got
man,
passion for it, you can get very good at something when you're
Dream
passionate.
Snipers used to have 3 to 4 hour practice sessions. Like, why do you think the first Team USA did so well in the World Cup? We practiced for hours, and we practiced a lot.
We were
And
enjoying the game,
that
and
too.
we were passionate about it.
Yeah, I was actually fucking with the game.
Yep. Back there. Sammy was trying to infiltrate.
Yeah, I think really what lost my passion, I don't know, is drama issues with the game and freaking I don't know,
I didn't mind the drama.
putting in all that work for no reward, really. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm putting in hours of practice and I'm not even getting paid from it.
you know,
Yeah, man.
you know, I'm gonna put the feelers out. Absint's been wanting me to do like a Familia type of Grand Prix Cup, and he would say he'll put money in. I'll put money in. I think we need a money tournament. These divisions is nice and all that, but we need a high stakes tournament that's gonna have money involved, where there's a prize pool where people are gonna fight because they want to earn that money. And one thing that Ab said, we haven't did the final touches, but he was like, do a Grand Prix, they kind of like Mario Kart, where you choose one racer and there's 4 tracks, and the 4 tracks are themed. It could be like a lightweight cup. It could be like a rail cup, like where it's all maps with a lot of rails, and we could set it up where it's a Grand Prix, 4 races per cup, and there's like 4 cups, and the winner out of all those cups will be the grand prize winner of the money. Like I said, we don't have the full like details in place and all that, but if we make that a thing, that's gonna be a cash prize Speedstorm tournament. And anybody that can join from the competitive scene is gonna be solos, obviously, because it's a Grand Prix type of scenario. And it'll be a true Grand Prix, not that Grand Prix like the vaults.
Hey man, as long as y'all
Yeah,
don't
that's
pull up
something
the
to
house
look
and run away
forward
with
to.
the people's money on vacation.
I don't know. Every single person that has won my tourneys has gotten their money, and every single winner can attest to that.
Talk about mental health. I'm sorry, I gotta take a hiatus. I can't send the money, guys.
Nah, don't do that.
Something wrong with my PayPal.
You want the attention, you won't get the wrong attention. But nonetheless. Last but not least, we had the fourth
Hold on.
and final
You said
match.
cup without the items.
What?
You said
A cup without items, using items equals disqualified. That'll be an interesting 4 races.
Hey, racial lines matter.
Yeah, how would you know who? I mean, unless everybody streams, how would you know if somebody used an item or not?
Yeah, somebody gonna cheat, bro. With that, they gonna get a boost item, and then low key when nobody's looking. I don't trust that at all, to be honest with you.
It'll definitely be one of them, Maisie. But I wouldn't make a cup full of just portal maps. Like we'll choose a map that has a lot of rails, and just make sure that it's not like 3 portals in one cup type of deal.
This is why private lobbies need some more filters to be able to or adjustments.
A cup with no tech.
No, that would be boring. That would be boring. That would be boring. That would be boring.
You wouldn't be able to.
Because what tech is subjective to different people.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you will get notifications, Ferrari, but like boost items and rushes, you don't get the notification that somebody used those unless you're looking at them.
People gonna be using nitrous, and you'll never know.
If
They'll
we
be like,
do
"Oh, I'll just draft it. I'll just
be able to
draft
record.
Especially if they ain't streaming.
it." Yeah, bro. But yeah, last but not least, the final match of week 1 of the knockout stage of divisions, we had the Lateborn versus Union Jack Arrows, and the Union Jack Arrows lost. Lateborn won 287 to 145. For the Lateborn, we had Maisie, MVP of the match, leading the charge with 82 points. And then we had the real special one, not far behind with 80. We had Seymour holding it down with 63, and we had Sons with 62. So overall domination by
Stuff amazing. You did your
the
thing.
late board. Yeah, Maisie's leveling up. And then we had for the Union Jack, we had a 3-headed monkey with 50, Galvanator with 39, Phoenix Evolve with 34, and Turrets with 22. So as a team, looks like they tried their best. But at the end of the day, it just seems like as a team, the Lateborn was on fire. So shout out to the Lateborn for moving on to the next stage of the Super Divisions. Now, speaking of the Super Divisions Round 2, the knockout stage. Knockouts week 2, we got 2 more matches. And whoever wins these matches will be moving on to the grand final to see who will be the Super Division Season 1 grand final winner. But the matches we have for week 2, we have BRZ Final Boss versus Lowland Thunder. This is damn near a final match itself. We're going to see who really wants it. We're going to see if this is the year, this is the time, this is the month, this is the day where the Lowland Thunder finally beat BRZ Final Boss in a final and take down the boss. So that's going to be a good match. Y'all got any predictions for that? I'll say BRZ Final Boss has the edge versus Lowland, but Lowland definitely can take him out. Both S-tier teams, but if Lowland can put together a good strategy and good teamwork, I think they can, beat the Final Boss, but that ain't going to be easy.
I think I'm going to have to edge out Final Boss because as strong as a team as Lowland is, Final Boss seem to have had their number for quite some time now, and it might be a struggle to make it any different. But if there's any chance that they could turn around, it might be this time. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Is everyone going to be playing on Lowland Thunder for this race?
I'm assuming their best players.
If they're going with their best lineup, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know Brazil's great, but they're my underdog pick. I got the Lowland.
Look, I will say this.
Okay.
I will say this. If Lowland Thunder strategize perfectly, and if they practice enough to where they're all I wouldn't even say all of them, but because Ferrari still plays this game a lot, and he's not rusty. But Nell and Cedric has said time and time again that they're rusty because they don't really play this all like that. If they actually practice and got their mind to it, and they're at their best, I think they could beat them. They have shown it many times before in previous seasons that they almost beat Final Boss. So, if they put their minds to it, they can definitely do it.
I mean, they have beaten the Final Boss before, so
But yeah, it's all about win, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Season is good, but when it at the final stage of the tournament brackets when it really matters, and that's when some teams kind of like the Patriots, right? Patriots, they might not have the best season, they might lose some games in the regular season, but when it comes out to the playoffs and Tom Brady on the Patriots, he gonna lock in, bro. So.
Well, who's Tom Brady on the Lowland Thunder?
I guess Wolf. Let's keep it buck. Oh wait, you talking about Lowland Thunder? Was it Tom Brady at their team?
That's Ferrari, man. That's Ferrari. That man can make brawlers look fucking meta for divisions when everybody else struggles with brawlers. So, I mean, he had 80 plus points. But I don't. Was Ferrari playing brawlers in our game? I think he was. So I mean, just take 80 plus points or 90 plus points on a brawler. Ferrari did against New Wave. So, you know, if anybody can give Hayes a run for their money, it's Ferrari.
True. This is true.
So make sure this weekend, you know, I'm saying if you want to see the best of the best battle it out, make sure you tune in to the Brazilians and the Lowland. All right, but then we have the second and final match, the quarterfinals for Super Divisions Season 1. And we got the Dons of Speedstorm versus Lakeborn. So we got some of the OG legends versus some of the up and coming new school, you know, powerhouses. You know, we got Maisie, we got Seymour Sons, Special One, Micromass Alphin versus KH Fan, Falcon, Tyap, Dino, Toxic, Tom 4K. So honestly, this actually is a good match. This is a very underrated, you know, match. Obviously, the Dons of Speedstorm, you know, are probably the favorites because you know they have some of the strongest players in the game. But I'm telling you, man, like I think Maisie, Sons, Seymour, like those are some strong players. I mean, everybody on their team. You know, I'm just highlighting 3 of them, but Maisie's been turning up. He's been leveling up. You know, Sons and Seymour has been playing well. I think it's going to be a good match, man.
And
You know,
the whole team is strong.
Yeah, whole team. I ain't trying to skip no names, but you know, it's gotta highlight something. But yeah, what do y'all think? Who do y'all have on this one? You think the Dons take it, or you think the Lakeborn will pull upset?
Okay, so I think the Dons will take it, but I think the Lateborn will make them fight for it. I think it'll be closer than what some people might expect it to be.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be closer than people think. I can see, you know, Maisie turning up and getting some podiums and some gold trophies. So we gonna see. But yeah, the racetracks there will be this week since it is the quarterfinals, so there'll be 16 races. So that means it'll be more refined and more chances for teams to come back. So sometimes this can be a game changer because I think you know when we went against the Dons, I think the more races kind of helped them because we were ahead and they were able to come back. So it's comeback season, the more races, which makes it interesting and makes it exciting. And even if you have a couple bad races, there's always a chance that y'all can lock in and get some sweeps. So yeah, it's gonna be good. But yeah, those are the 2 matches. What's it called for week 2 of the knockout stage, and the winners will be facing off against each other in the grand final. So stay tuned.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, with that, I believe that concludes.
Yeah, Maisie said it was close the second time, but Don's only had Toxic and Dino in the last race.
Dang. So yeah, he trying to get his get back, man. He trying to get his get back.
Listen, I think y'all could level up and y'all could put in some work maybe. So they might have their strongest team for you guys, but you know, just keep doing y'all thing. I think if they go with the same setup that if they go with the same setup that they did against you guys, I think it might be close, but there's a chance that I think you guys could like kind of take over. But I do think if you guys start pulling ahead in points, they're gonna like make the changes. But I think the goal is if they don't start off with their strongest players against you guys, just take full advantage and try to get as much points as you can, and then when they start to their strongest players, then the goal is to just, you know, keep applying pressure. You know, kind of make it to where like they should have started off with the strongest, and
Yeah, and Angel,
had their backs against the corner.
if you could put the bracket on the screen, and I guess we can just put it on for people to visualize.
The bracket.
But yeah, there's also what's it called, third place match.
Oh, like
And
the
so
yes. Oh, is there a bracket on
or
here?
maybe I'm
No,
tripping.
no, that's under the announcements. I gotta pull it up on Discord.
Yeah, I sent you a picture in the group in the CrashOut chat.
Oh yeah, so yeah, third place match. It's an optional match, but yeah, there will be a third. There could be a third place match. And so whoever loses week 2 can fight for the third place.
Yep. But yeah, this is the bracket. This is what it's looking like. But yeah, like I said, stay tuned. But yeah, in more racing, the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds just came out with a huge balance change. So a lot of the issues that people were having with Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, Ultimate Charge. A lot of people feel like Ultimate Charge needs to get nerfed and all this kind of stuff. Well, Sega has been working on a balance patch change, and they definitely nerfed Ultimate Charge. But let's get into it, man. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds version 1.31 patch notes. Angel, I sent you a link to what's it called, the notes, and I guess we can go over it together. But basically, according to the notes, it says, "Thank you for your continued support of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Today, we're releasing patch 1.31. In this update, we've expanded the racing experience, improved online modes, and increased reward amounts. Thanks to an active online player base capable of supporting multiple matchmaking pools, we have changed the system so that you can play a world match even during the festival. We appreciate all the players' feedback and patience, and we're happy to introduce this update for our dedicated Sonic Racing CrossWorlds community." So, with that being said, festivals going forward, whenever there's a festival, you can now do world match, which means you're not forced to do festivals anymore. They opened it
I
up.
can't find that link, by the way.
Thank God, bro, because that shit was not it. At least.
Are you sure you sent the Sonic thing? I'm looking in their chat and I don't see nothing Sonic related.
Here we go. There it is. My bad.
There we go. Okay, now I got it.
So, and yeah, it's okay. I think the thing about festivals, I liked it, but it definitely overstayed its welcome. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good for like a day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a day or two, but then after a while, it's like, all right, I'm not trying to just do it. I mean, literally, the only reason to grind festival after like 2 days is literally just if you want to get like top 10 or top 100. Outside of that, maybe
Don't you get tickets and stuff? Like even when you
I guess you get tickets, so you can farm tickets. But I mean, after a certain point, it's just like, all right, what are you farming tickets for? Just, I guess, more titles. Like I said, it's a novelty. So the fact that they made it to where you can now just like you do regular matches, I think it's a good change. For the people who want to grind for the titles and for the rewards. I mean, the rewards don't take that long. I think like after like 2 hours, you could probably get all the rewards. But for the people who really want to grind, they have the option just like Legend Competition. And the people who want to play regularly, they have that too. So W changed by Sega. All right. In addition, we put a renewed focus on rings. 8 new ring-related gadgets have been added, along with a new bonus ring frenzy mode. We have also had a new string of collaborations, starting with Mega Man. So please stay tuned. Thank you for playing Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Please update your game. Blah blah blah. More updates. World match can be played during festivals. Increased Donpa tickets in the World Match Legend competition by double. Updated all modes except time trial with bonus ring frenzy and item box frenzy. And they increased the maximum rating in World Match from 999,000 to 999,000. So basically, when this game first came out, the max amount of points you could get was 10,000 or 9,000. So it went from 10,000 to 100,000 to basically 1,000,000. So this is basically for all of the people who want to grind, rank. It's gonna take you damn near a year to get max rank. So I think that's good. I think that'll keep people on the game because I think one of the things that a lot of people did is they would get rank, they would hit legend, they hit legend 1, hit legend 9, they grind to legend 1, and then once they hit max points, they're like, all right, well, there's nothing more for me to do. So now that they increase the cap, now they have, they can keep on grinding. So that'll keep people on the game. So, and also it'll stop people from, no life in the game because you can no life this game. Like you're not going to get 1,000,000 points in a month or, maybe in 6 months. So maybe people, will touch grass and be like, you know what?
Yeah, I mean 999,000. That's a lot of fucking points to grind. Shit.
Especially when each race, and once you hit Legend 1, you at maximum, you probably get like 10 points max.
Is there anybody with 99,999 right now?
No, there's not anybody even with 99,000. So I think the most people have maybe 40, 50,000 maybe.
Oh my god. So damn. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna go for that 999, and if they do, it's gonna take them a long time.
Yeah, like Angel's trying to go for that.
Hell no, bro. I'm nowhere near that, bro. Fuck that.
Grinding for 10,000 was hard enough. You're talking about 1,000,000. Like people was getting mad at Sneaky and Cali and stuff. Like even
Yeah, man.
I think even Cali gave up. Yeah, ain't nobody got
1,000,000. Jeez.
Hell no, bro. But yeah, when it comes to content updates, they added 8 new gadgets, expand how you can use rings. They added a frenzy mode, bonus ring frenzy, which causes bonus rings to appear on the course. They added an album, Sega Racing and Variety, containing 8 classic Sega racing tracks. Added 5 collaboration decals, including Joe Musashi, and added 30 decal brands and collaborations. I will say the new decal they added with Shadow the Hedgehog with them flower, what are them things? Some Japanese cherry blossoms. It looks really dope. New options. Now it's possible to add and change a button that triggers the ability of gadgets. It's now possible to disable rental plates from automatically equipping during festivals. That is a big change. One of the most annoying things. Yeah.
They just now finally changed that? Oh my god, that was annoying.
Yeah, because every 30 minutes it switches to like a different mode, and whenever it would switch to a different mode, it'd give you the rental plate, whether you wanted it on or not. It automatically toggled it, and then you would enter a race without the gadgets that you want, and then you would just like feel crappy in the race. So the fact that they changed it is a W quality of life change. Then it has other additions and adjustments, balanced adjustments for races and gadgets. Stuff for live service or whatnot. So a world match can be played during festival. They increase the points, increase Dompo tickets. So this is basically a chart that shows, I guess, how many points you can get from positions. So now you can get in legend competition, you can get up to 70 points for winning. I think it was up, maybe 15 for getting first. So yeah, they have basically the chart with how many points you can get for each place. So that's nice. For festivals, they adjusted the CPU strength based on differences in player skill. So I wonder if that means they're going to be like a super strong CPU, and they're not all like. Yeah, I think this might be good because I think one of the issues is sometimes you're like in a race and all the like CPU are like behind. I mean, Speedstorm kind of suffers from that. Like whenever you're doing like a time trial, like even if you have it on max difficulty, there might be like one good CPU and all the rest are like basically useless. Hogging all the good items because they're so far behind. So maybe this will help it feel more natural. And then they added new rules to make festivals even fun. So frenzy. They added new music, some new soundtracks. Those are the decals. They got 5 cars. Okay, so now they got some what's it called? They got some commercial decals. They got 5 Guy decals. They got Fogo de Chao. That's a real restaurant. So okay,
they got the pop too. Okay.
Yeah.
The Funko Pop decals. Okay.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. They got an addition of live service. Blah blah blah. New gadget button. Auto select rental play. Okay. So here are the new gadgets, right? So they've added 8 new gadgets. First one is ring gain, champion bonus, travel choice bonus. Then we got ring ability, double rings, low ring speed up, ring engine, hyper ring engine, item control, item summon, upgrade nat item, go or macho. Yeah, so these are, I've looked at some of the descriptions. I know with the Omo Chow, that's a new gadget that allows you to get the Omo Chow more often, and I believe it increases the amount of rings you get. I believe that with the hyper speed ring engine, or in the ring engine, basically it speeds you up and it makes you go like, I think, top speed, but it eats at your rings consistently or something like that.
Oh, so it's like
So-
having supersonic in your car.
Yeah, it's like having supersonic in the car. Yeah, so they did that to switch up
the crash pads on that, so it'll be half the rings.
Maybe. I haven't tried that combo up, but yeah, I've looked, and people are already attempting to do new world records because with the time trial, this has made the cars go even faster. So, all right, balance changes. Let's go with the balance change. This is the big part. So, competitive balance adjustments. All right, with version 1.31, we're aiming to expand tactical variety through gadget customization. We've added new gadgets and adjusting existing gadgets to enable new playstyles, such as spinning held rings as a resource and gaining benefits by intentionally holding no rings. So yeah, there's a gadget. If you got no rings, you'll actually go faster. Along with this, we've expanded ring gain. Yup. Gadgets to further support these strategies. In version 1. That might be good for front running because if you get hit a lot and you lose rings, it might be beneficial. In version 1.2, strategies involving continuously gaining invincibility from ultimate charge have become dominant. So we shortened its invincibility duration. Since this change risk making a comeback strategies from low positions too strong, we also shortened the duration of drill when using higher positions. In addition, because strategies from climbing 4th and 8th still had challenges, we strengthened collision boost, which served as a starting point for tactics that move players up the ranks by colliding with other machines. Gadgets with similar effects, such as ring thief and spin drift, were also intended to become more effective through this adjustment. We will continue to balance adjustments based on gadget usage rates. So what they did essentially is they nerfed ultimate charge, and they said that, well, now that ultimate charge is nerfed, some of the smugglers might, be OP, so then they nerfed drill. So basically, if you get drill in 4th or up, the drill will basically be slow and it'll shorten the duration. But I guess gadget adjustments. So they have the collision boost power machine, increase the duration of boost. Previously, collision boost only gave a momentary speed boost and often failed to result in moving the racer up a position. So we adjusted it, making it more effective in overtaking other racers. So they needed that because a lot of times a collision boost, you would collide with somebody, and it's kind of like you would still be in the same spot. So hopefully this makes things feel a little bit better. Crash pads now triggers a ring halving effect when hit by ring thief. So that's good. So whenever somebody has ring thief, they'll take less rings, I guess. Ultimate charge handling machine kit. Reduce the invincibility duration on a level 4 boost from 3 seconds to 1.5. Huge. This is huge. So ultimate charge, you get zigzag drift. You'll be invincible for 3 seconds, and then literally the window for you to get hit was very small. But them cutting that in half, where you're only invincible to 1.5 seconds, you're going to be more vulnerable more often. So the ultimate charge meta might be dead now with these new changes. According to Sega, Ultimate Charge was designed as a racing focused gadget that lets skilled players block attacks. However, as skilled players have improved, it was enabling far more defensive opportunities than intended, making it difficult for other gadgets to compete. That's facts. The adjustment creates a clearer opening after activation, preserving the original idea of rewarding players' skill in defending against attacks while still giving others more chances to counter. So, all right, now you got to use your items to block, attacks. And you ain't
Well,
always
that's gonna change the meta. I actually like that change.
Yeah. Acceleration kit. So this was kind of like the counter meta to ultimate charge. Basically, people were using like the acceleration kit with ring what's it called, a slipstream build. But essentially, they removed the mini ring thief from this kit due to its high win rate and increased customization options made it possible by new gadgets introduced. in version 1.3, we've reduced the number of effects bundled into this kit. Inventory swap. This is one I use a lot. The gadget button UI will now gray out when a swap is not possible, so some visual changes. Item adjustments. Because using the drill item made it too easy to jump to first place in the final lap, its effect duration has been shortened when the player is in fourth place or higher. Furthermore, the speed drop that occurs just before the drill effect ends now happens earlier. So these are the people who whine about baggers. They got a W on that. He beat me because of a drill. What's funny about this? This ain't nerfing baggers. Because guess what? There's still the laser. There's still, boosts and stuff. So we gonna be all right, us baggers.
Is Monster Truck still annoying too?
Yes, dude. But it seems like they didn't do nothing with that.
That was gonna be my next questions. Was that did they nerf the fucking Monster Trucks? I guess not though.
Party got some dirt on them. That's why they ain't touched Monster Truck.
Maybe the next patch. If this effect, if the Monster Truck is too much of a problem, then they might have to definitely do an emergency patch.
Well, I guess with all these changes, it'll highlight anything else that's overpowered. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It took them long enough. All right, now the special item box, which is those blue diamond shaped boxes, had a low competitive value. Facts, because they would often be in like places and like quote unquote shortcuts or long cuts, and then you really wouldn't get any benefit from it. So
yeah, they give you rings or something like that.
Oh, I used to get fucking triple fist bullshit. Oh my god, that would piss me off.
What am I gonna do with that?
So its item lineup and appearance rates has been adjusted. In some cases, item box friendly made it harder than normal to obtain items. So we adjusted box placement and behavior to make items easier to get. So I'm glad they changing up the lineup for the special box. Hopefully it'll give us some drills or some lasers or some items we really need.
I like these changes. When are these changes happening, or is it already done?
It already happened last week, 8 days ago. We listed on the last episode.
I might try it out.
Mm-hmm. A good time to get back into it. We got online adjustments. Fix an issue when desync caused by the network conditions could unfairly allow other players to steal item boxes. So yeah, that happens a lot. Sometimes you're next to somebody and on your screen you're about to get the box, but then they get it, you have no items. So they're fixing that desync. It says CPU races were too likely to be in the lead early race, affecting player-to-player interaction. So we'll reduce their pace right after the start, just not apply to rival races such as those in the Grand Prix. So are they saying that they artificially, some of the CPU would boost ahead? I always wondered that. I'm like, ain't no way these CPU players this far ahead. Lap one. So, and then they have team match adjustments. In team matches, all ally CPU were sometimes too slow and put players at a disadvantage. Yep, that was a problem. So we increased their pace. This does not apply to rival races. Powerful items had a greater impact in team matches, so their drop rates were reduced. King Baboom, in particular, diminished the benefit of running in the lead outside the final lap, so his drop rate was lowered. So maybe this for Festival, because Festival is team racing. Less King Babooms. I will say one thing with Festival, that is a huge problem. Like, I feel like there's like 15 King Babooms that get spammed.
Yep.
Whenever you're in the festival race.
That's the festival, though.
Facts.
That's the party. That's the life of the party. Boo comes up.
Yeah, I guess good practice to dodge that motherfucker, but I think them.
You thought that shit was fire?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, no sir. Super Team Boost made it too easy to return to the front, so its duration when far from first place was shortened to increase the advantage of running in the lead outside the final lap. The duration of Super Team Boost when triggered in upper positions was increased. So this is like, I don't know, if you had like some teammates that were like super far behind in 12th and 11th, your team would just have a team boost for like a long time. So they're shortening that.
Okay.
Course adjustments, adjusted ring and item box placement in Pac-Man Village and Sky Road, where there wasn't enough risk-reward balance. Doesn't affect time trial. Other adjustments, they expand title screen display and accommodate upcoming festivals and legend competition titles. And when playing as Tangle, her tail could sometimes block the camera and obscure the view. You have adjusted her tail movement so it no longer obstructs visibility. They complain about Tangle. What about Big the Cat? He takes up damn near half the screen. They will give him some what they call it, some not liposuction. What's that? that new drug everybody be taking to lose weight.
Ozempic.
Yeah, they gotta give Big the Ozempic patch, man. He taking up too much of the screen. But yeah, apparently they nerfed her tail. Interesting. In the Epic Games Store version, direct input controllers can now be used in World Match, Festival, and Legend competition lobbies. Fair play points will now decrease if a player intentionally disconnects or closes the app. So this is a change strictly for Legend competition, because what would happen is if somebody would get into a lobby and they would see a Kayla Black Flash, or they would see an Expanzo, or they would see some top player, they would leave the lobby. They're like, man, I'm not gonna win. Let me go to an easier lobby. So then they would leave, and that would affect, the race. So now, they're going to be losing some fair play points for leaving races. Jukebox fixed an issue when certain classic Sonic.
So lose points before.
No, but before, yeah. If you see a stat lobby, you could just leave the race, exit the game, and you would just disconnect and no issues, no punishments, nothing. So that that might have been a way for people to try to get climb the leaderboard, get a competitive advantage, because they get easier lobbies. Bug fixes Jukebox. They fixed the Sonic track. Festival fixed an issue when animations didn't play correctly when using AI racer skins. Fixed some unattended designs for Hatsune Miku titles. So they, as you can see, they fixed kind of like the gradient. Fixed an issue when the grade up animation display for the actual required racing. Time trial fixed an issue when achieving a goal time identical down from the last 3 digits of a rank would target incorrectly, resulting in being graded running. Blah blah blah. Online competition. Let's see what fixed an issue when collisions with other players' machine caused excessive slowdown when pinned against a wall. Okay, this is a huge W. That was one of the biggest problems when with an online race is if you're next to somebody and you're by a wall, even if on their screen. They're not ramming into you for whatever reason. Their cars would just ram into you. You would significantly decrease speed. So apparently they fixing the collision issues. So that's a W. And now they're fixing an issue. Yeah, bro.
That shit.
Yeah, they've been listening. That stuff was terrible. An issue when invincibility durations could appear longer than intended due to network issues was fixed by synchronizing invincibility and timing correctly. So this was a big thing with Ultimate Charge. Not only was it OP, is sometimes you couldn't tell when they were available or vulnerable because it always seemed like they were silver.
Wait, so hold on. The collision stuff being against the wall is not gonna be as bad anymore?
Yep.
Damn, son. They really want me to come back, don't they? They're fixing everything I complained about. It's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
They said we want some longevity for our game. We gotta. And Mega Man coming out.
This is a racer that listens.
Damn, Gameloft could learn about this company. God damn.
Sega,
Good. Yeah.
Sega good.
Frenzy time. Fix an issue when boost frenzy ending during item selection could result in not receiving an item. Fix an issue when Omo Chow or warp activated when being lapped during boost frenzy made items unusable. They made some course changes. Urban Canyon, drifting, and air tricks sometimes became unusable after passing the 3rd transformation gate. Market Street, split path on the hill caused temporary position drop. Coral Town, Homie Punch behaved incorrectly near the final corner. They got some different changes for whatever map, so y'all can look at that at your own time. This is a big thing, and I'm kind of upset with this. Warp Ring. So Warp Ring is an item that they took out literally before the game came out because of some issues. And I was hoping that, okay, in one of these patches, they're going to add the Warp Ring back, and then it'll be in the item pool, and I'll be able to create strategies of smuggling or whatever, with this item. And unfortunately, this item is still banned. So let's see what they said. When using the Warp Ring item, an issue occurred where players could perform major course shortcuts or jumps several positions at once. This has been fixed in the current version. With this fix, the item can now be used more reliably in offline play and friend matches. However, because future courses and additions in online player behavior could still cause unexpected results, the Warp Ring item and the Warp Ring Specialist gadget will not be usable in World Match, festivals, or Legend competition. We sincerely apologize to players that were looking forward to using this item. They will remain available against the CPU in their friend matches. Man, this thing basically what they're saying is, yeah, we fixed the warp ring on the map we have now, but because people might be able to exploit the warp ring on some upcoming new maps that we don't know about yet, we're just going to keep it banned. That's essentially what they're saying.
So essentially, what they're saying is they're not gonna plan to add that to online until all maps that they plan to release is released.
Yep, that's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate.
Well, it's crazy how they made an item like that they probably couldn't fix.
At this point, from what they said in the description, it sounds like Warp Ring is just OP.
I mean,
remember
truthfully,
we used it briefly during the server slam, but I apart from that, like the network test, I don't remember touching the item since.
It's like the warp ring is kind of like a Disney Speedstorm auto. You can cut corners, it'll warp you around corners and stuff. Obviously, if it'll take you to the next person ahead of you or whatnot. But I don't know.
Look, I mean, I understand what they're saying, because I mean that would be something that they can't catch, because it's not implemented in real time when they add a new map or whatnot. But they can test the item out on the new maps and try to do what they do to see if they can replicate any exploits. And if they can't, all right. And then if somebody finds an exploit, they can just ban the item until they fix it, but not take it away from players in general until they can fix it for every map and the future maps. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I want to see them add next? Sorry to cut you off, Caleb, but I want to see them for legend rank at least an option to ban gadgets before races.
Hey, that'd be so everybody ban ultimate charge or whatever's the new meta.
Yo, that actually would be pretty nice. Like you could ban gadgets, and then you could choose what kind of gadgets you want.
Yeah.
But what they would need, that would be nice, but there is a big thing that people have been, complaining about even with these patches. So I guess basically that's all the patch notes. We're committed to keeping the game fun, fair, and enjoyable for everyone. We'll continue improving it based on your feedback. But the issue people have with this this patch is there's no supersonic speed in online. It's already so many months in, and we still have not been able to play supersonic speed online. So there's a lot of people
they probably feel like the game ain't balanced enough, or the maps. I don't know.
I mean, I don't mind the speed.
They probably think it's too fast.
They probably think it's fast enough if they add supersonic speed. Some people that aren't skilled,
They literally marketed this game, put out trailers, put out advertisements showcasing supersonic speed and how much faster it is, and then just for us to get the game and not be able to race at what they advertised. So
I remember back then we were talking about playing online on supersonic speed.
Yeah, how crazy it would be, but nope. I still haven't got that. Oh, just time trial.
We can still do it in. Is this in trial? I was about to say we can still do it in the private lobbies.
The issue with private lobbies is that's another issue, is that the private lobbies have limited options. You don't have all of the it has things you can toggle on and off. So it's not like Speedstorm where you can't really change much. But for whatever reason, I don't think you can do supersonic speed in private lobbies either.
I was actually gonna say something about that. I was if they're scared of balancing supersonic speed and they don't think it was gonna be balanced enough, if you put it in private lobbies, they can have the players test it for them.
That's true.
I mean, one thing, we been, I don't know, for a couple of weeks, we were some Sonic simps, some Sonic Racing CrossWorlds simps. But to be honest, I guess to compare to Mario Kart, at least Mario Kart, maybe not World, but I know 8 Deluxe. You could do 200cc online. It wouldn't be every race, but there was always an option, because the players vote on what races you can race on. Sometimes it's 150, sometimes it's mirror mode, sometimes it's 200. So I think in Mario that's a good quality of life thing they have. So I think it would be nice if Sonic also had that, to where because in Sonic you do vote on tracks. It would be nice if let's say a track comes up and it has just supersonic over it, and people can vote whether they want to race on it or not. I don't see a problem with that.
You know what? I say give Sega some time, because even if they don't add it to like the general online play, I could see them the same way they updated the game just now. I could see them updating like private lobbies. Like they'll do a dedicated private lobby update, and we'll get some more filters that we can add on.
Yep. But it does seem like the dev team is still, looks like they haven't got fired. They're still actively working on this game.
Caleb, how can they? Remember, literally like a couple episodes ago, we talked about it. Like Sega was like, although we have like critical acclaim for our game, the sales numbers, even though we sold a lot, we thought we would sell more. So they're like, no, we're sending more people and more resources out to these teams so we can get more out of these games. So I think generally this big update that we just got, that's part of it.
Yeah,
like
we're not going to get
resources
everything
to do that. Yeah.
Yep. But this is part one of a bigger picture. So I think this is a great step in the right direction for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, and I think it'll be good to, maybe if you, try the game out and you have some issues, I think it'd be a good chance to get back on the game and, try out some of the new changes. Also, I don't know if you have the game on Angel, but I guess we talked about it last week. There's Angry Bird, it's Arlie, but now just recently, literally just an hour ago, Mega Man has been released. We got Mega Man and Proto Man, and then they have his vehicle, and his vehicle is an acceleration type. What's Mega Man's dog called? I forgot. But yeah, Mega Man is out, and they released a new track, a Mega Man track. I'm actually, been messing around with it, doing time trials on it, and it's a decent map. It's very, immersive. It has a bunch of the Mega Man villains, walking across the map, and then you have some of his villains like shooting projectiles to try to obstacles and whatnot. And so you have to they introduce a track specific item box where you have the Mega Man blaster, and if you pick up the Mega Man blaster item box, you get like 4 shots, and you can kind of like you can shoot obstacles, or you can shoot blocks that are blocking shortcuts open. So it's a very dope track. I don't know, do we want to go over it on the podcast together?
Yeah,
go over it live or something?
I want to see that.
Oh man, Mega Man
DLC. I remember when we first saw that the announcement that they revealed that it was going to be a DLC chapter, we was all kind of hyped.
Now, I think a criticism with Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is like the track design is kind of simple. Now,
I'm really getting everything unlocked. It's crazy.
This track, is the track. I'd say it's more complex than Bikini Bottom. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a decent track. Did it meet my expectations? I think. I don't know. I think a big criticism of this game is kind of like the track design is a little simplistic, but I think overall, the environment is good, and I do think there is some complex corners. There's some tight turns. It's not just a straight line like SpongeBob. It's not just a square. It has some skill expression.
SpongeBob getting all these damn strays.
You like that Mega Man music?
Oh yeah, I do like the music. Yeah, I like how they have what's called the final lap version of the song where it gets all fast.
Yeah. And you can edit that on your jukebox too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we'll go over it together and see what y'all think. I'm doing it right now. I'm just kind of like talking about how I feel about this track. Like I like it. It's very Mega Man thing. I think they did a good job. Like I said, my biggest criticism with the track that is just kind of simplistic, but it is what it is. I think talked about something earlier where you were like, you know, is every single track just going to be a straight line on the finish line? Which is like a drag race.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get
It's kind of nice though.
It
It does make
but
it intense.
It does.
Yeah.
But the thing is one, I feel like it kind of like that set you up for like items and stuff like that, and
Yeah, it does.
I have to
feel like the
redo all
end
my
is kinda
settings. It's crazy.
samey. It's very samey, but like, I don't know. Maybe what if like the finish line was on like a damn spiral or some shit? Like,
Yeah,
like,
how is
Like
that?
Candy Kingdom.
Yeah, where you
like, I don't know, like, I don't know, change it up, man. But you know, I guess I well, I think a reason why they do that is because maybe it makes it easier for the portal transition for maps.
yeah, that's true.
Possibly.
That's the only thing that I could really see. Like maybe it just helps with that. So
Mhm,
but I
because then
guess-
you get to choose. Oh, which way do I want to go?
yeah, but
Let me drop everyone on a spiral.
I could make an argument that you could still do that on a spiral, but you know.
Yeah, but you know, some people go complain, oh, we gotta ban that map because every time they put us on a spiral, I fall off the map.
Hey man, sound like a
But-
skill issue.
I will say the what's it called? The character class of Mega Man is a power character and Proto Man is a speed type. So Mega Man is meta. Power characters are meta in this game because they have the highest boost stat. But then again, now that they switched up Ultimate Charge, maybe speed characters, you know, will take the meta. At least the thing about Ultimate Charge is still gonna be there. Like if you use it just for the speed and not the invincibility, you know, power characters reign supreme. But like I said, without the invincibility, now you know people maybe using other builds. Maybe speed characters are more valuable. But essentially, you don't have to worry. Mega Man, he ain't acceleration. You know what I'm saying? He's not handling. He is, you know, power character. So gonna be right at home. If you like Knuckles, Eggman, some of the other, you know, power characters are very strong, you know, Mega Man will be right up your alley. Now, if you like your more speed characters like Sonic, SBO, Jet, Shadow, you know, Proto Man's your guy.
Auto Man speed, Mega Man's power. Oh,
Yeah, sounds good.
like the Mega Man music too.
Yeah, I like the menu. The characters select, yes, though.
And then you have Welly Castle. Oh shit! All right, we're gonna do this on stream, guys. I haven't raced this game. I haven't played this game in so long, so I'm probably gonna butcher this.
Hold on. You could have used a Mega Man card.
Yeah,
I did
that's
not.
celebration, bro. Go back. Put that thing on.
Put his code. Which one is his part?
It's a dog. It's an acceleration vehicle.
Oh, it's an acceleration vehicle. Oh, the dog?
Yeah.
Got you. All right, now I have his car on.
I will say Mega Man does look good with a hoverboard. I ain't gonna lie.
I was gonna say, you look fire right there.
Yeah.
Because hoverboard is not the meta with the power cars no more?
I mean, with Ultimate Charge nerf, I don't know. I mean,
Oh, that's what. Yeah, you're right.
because you know the hoverboards had the highest boost stat.
Wait, I got the Mega Man. Like, what the fuck? Yo, what? Yo, that kind of threw me off. Like, wait, hold on. I got the Mega Man blaster as a item.
You have course specific item boxes now, so they're introducing that. I like that.
Oh, that's definitely different.
Uh-oh. So what's gonna be on SpongeBob? Jellyfish?
I don't know if they did that for SpongeBob, but maybe for the track, going forward.
I wouldn't mind them revisiting older tracks like that they did the collab for, and then doing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that don't even last that long no more. Oh shit. Damn, the ultimate charge.
Yeah, ultimate
No thing no more. Damn.
Yeah, you were cooked. You better pull ahead.
You better have that shield on, that shield gadget from the first the first lap of the track. You better have that shit on instead. Silver Surfer build is now cooked.
Damn, yeah, you don't even you're not even silver no more, damn near. You hardly silver.
At this point, you're Mercury.
Yo. So I mean, what do you think about? What y'all think as we watching this? What y'all think about the track, man?
I like the track.
Yeah, the trailer's nice.
This definitely brings me back to like Mega Man, like on like Game Boy and stuff like that.
Yeah, it got some tight turns, you know what I'm saying, with some obstacles. This is it up. I know Town Calls, man. He said, what about this castle?
Wiley's, man.
Yeah, Wiley's castle. Professor Wiley.
I do like how the map looks, though.
Yeah,
Definitely breaking up the Mega Man.
I love the little guys on the map too.
Aesthetic.
I know what's it called? The time trial for this is gonna be crazy. I'm sure, the world record times. It's gonna be very interesting to see how people are breaking this track and whatnot, what routes they're taking. I still haven't maxed out. Yeah, then last step you get the fly.
And this one just came out today.
Yeah, just today.
Okay. Looks good, man. I approve.
That did terrible. Holy shit.
Yeah, a lot of obstacles. You can cut through those boxes too.
That's how I know. I got a B rank. That's fucking crazy. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
You haven't played in a minute, so.
Yeah, and we put you on acceleration vehicle with that build. Acceleration has to work to boost that.
And B rank is above average, because remember, like in the network test, when they gave us the stats, motherfuckers in the D rank.
Damn.
More than half the community was D rank.
That was the Mega Man track, y'all.
Yeah, if you got Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, new patch notes.
Actually, I'm gonna do the Pac-Man time trial because I haven't done that one. I haven't done the
new
Pac-Man.
characters.
I'm
hell yeah.
for next week. I'm definitely gonna.
You know what I'm saying? New map, new music. You know what I'm saying? So that is Sonic Racing CrossWorlds news. We won't, take too long on it, but those are all the new changes. So if you've been off of CrossWorlds and looking for a reason to get back on, there's Mega Man, there's new balance changes, new meta, better quality of life, new map. So check it out.
Honestly, I give this a 9 out of 10 in terms of an update. I give this an A.
Yeah, because this looks like their most meaningful patch or update.
This is a kind of stuff that we was hoping we'd get from Gameloft for Speedstorm. This is the kind of patch that you could be more excited about the future of a game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Now we got
used to do those kind of balance changes.
Now we got what's it called? Angel on Mega Man on the board. He looks dope. He had to show it off. looking like Frozone or something with the baby blue.
Oh shit! Can you imagine? Yo, one character I want them to do a collab for Marvel, and you already know. Silver Surfer.
Oh, Silver, yeah, that would be dope. Okay, so
it makes the most sense.
After the Mega Man, I honestly think the Pac-Man track is more complex than the Mega Man track. What do y'all think?
Is that because you're looking at the map?
Not just the map, just the routes. I feel like there's less straight lines.
Yeah, I gotta agree because
I will say there's less obstacles. Like Mega Man, you had to dodge multiple obstacles. This one, not really. You just follow the lines. Yeah, there's a lot of turns on that one.
The Pac-Man map more.
Yeah, the Pac-Man, they definitely took with Pac. I mean, there's some obstacles, there's some ghosts that pop up and stuff you gotta avoid. Definitely Mega Man, I guess, is more like Sandy said, more obstacle based. But I think this map is more complex.
Yeah.
I don't know. No wrong with something, you know. I don't know. I've already beat that point, but you know.
Well, we'll see what we get with Avatar and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because if we're in the sewers,
Yeah, look, have some transition coming out. Jumping in the slums, the sewers, yeah,
this looks clean. I guess the next thing we can move on to, we got Angel in the background playing this, is the new Arc Raiders update next week. So I know I briefly talked about it earlier, but there's gonna be another update for this game. They have like every couple of months, or not every couple of months, but they have a roadmap. Every month there's an update, and for the most part, it seems like every 3 months is the big update that they do. So for this month, they're gonna drop a minor map variant or map rotation. So something like a hurricane event that they do, or something like a night raid that they have for maps. But this time it's going to be a different map condition, as well as the map condition.
Okay.
That sound like Angel got an S tier for this?
No, I was 3 seconds behind getting an S tier, but okay. See, hoverboard for me is a big difference, bro. I'm telling you. That's crazy.
But yeah, I do want to say the next piece besides the map rotation is a new arc type. And you know, every month we've been getting, for the most part, some new arcs in the updates. So the last update we got from last month, we got a Firefly, which is basically a fireball that flies. And we also got a Comet, which was basically a popper that would pretty much almost one tap you. Like if you didn't have a shield, you get one shot. But if there's two of them on you and you got a shield, you're down. You're going down. So we had those two arc. We don't know what we're gonna get with this new update in terms of arc, but a lot of people are speculating it's gonna be a new ground-based arc. So we'll have to look out for that. And the next big update, which is next month, I know we talked about it. Well, I mentioned it earlier when we started the podcast, was, you know, Arc Raiders is dropping a new map. As I said with Marathon, I don't know how long Marathon's gonna last. If you know, Crimson Desert just dropped and everyone's loving it for the most part, and then you got Arc Raiders dropping their big update next month. You know, they're dropping a new map. We haven't seen a new map since Stella Montes, and when Stella Montes dropped, everyone was going crazy. So we're getting a new map that's going to be outdoors, that's going to be massive, and it's going to be body ocean, and there's going to be a new end game arc. So people are going to have a lot of stuff to do and explore coming next month in terms of the update. But that's all there is in terms of the Arc Raiders update. You know, there's a little stuff sprinkled in between that update, but those are more like tweaks and buffs and nerfs, which they always do for the most part, like every week. So that's not something we really have to cover. But apart from that, the next topic, man. So last week, or I want to say last month, I think Sony closed down, what is it, Blue Point? I believe, yeah, it was Blue
that's
Point.
the one that made Demon Souls remake, right?
Yeah. So apparently Sony closed another studio. I mean, on the flip side to this, they didn't drop a game yet, but then it's just like, you could have had this studio do something.
I agree.
So like, you're closing down studios where you never had them doing anything in the first place. So you just have these guys sitting around the desk every day doing nothing but twiddling their fingers. And instead of saying, hey, we got all this old IP that we're not touching, why don't you go mess around with one of them and come back to us in a couple months? They just sent them home. They sent them packing. And they've been doing that for like I want to say the start of the gen, they've been closing down a lot of studios. Like this is back to back studios in like a month span. Like I don't know why they're closing down this many studios, but I'm kind of like worried at this point.
Yeah, I'm worried for the video game, just world in general, because it seems like every week
Someone's
we
getting shut
hear
down.
about we hear about something getting shut down, people getting laid off. Like I don't know, man, because in one aspect you could say, all right, like this is like the best moment, like for the past couple of years it's been seeming like gaming in general has been on the up and up, right? All these fire games coming out and whatnot.
Yep.
But then you have all these fire games coming out, but all these studios getting shut down and all these people getting laid off. Like what's going on?
Biggest oxymoron.
Exactly, man. Like High Guard got shut down, Blue Point got shut down.
Now these dark outlaws getting shut down.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure there's other stuff that got shut down. That's just off the top of the dome. But Battlefield laid off hella people.
Yep, Battlefield laid off people last month too. It was Battlefield, and then Blue Point got laid off that same week, or they got shut down that same week.
I mean, I guess if we could kind of mix it in with the Fortnite stuff, because
that's what it is. Because that's the next topic, anyways.
Yeah, because bro, who would have thought Epic would have to lay off 1,000 people? You know how much people that is?
I wonder if it's gonna be AI replacement.
Yo,
or something like that.
I didn't realize that many people work for them. I guess it's Fortnite, so
Of
they
course,
gotta have a big staff.
Yeah,
of course, it's gonna be over 1,000 people at
they
that
got
studio.
a metaverse over there, bro.
Yeah, they got a Roblox universe going on. Like they trying to have all hands on deck. Like I don't blame them, but 1,000 people.
Yeah, 1,000.
It better be people like grabbing coffee or something, because that's a big. 1,000 people is like a sizable studio, a AAA studio.
Some of the people that got laid off helped with like important story related stuff for the game. They helped with events. And they helped with like a whole bunch of like important shit with the game, bro.
I wonder if these people were just like temporary like devs that came over to help with certain aspects.
I mean, it's hard though, because you never really, what's so funny about the gaming industry? You never hear about companies growing their
studios, but you hear them laying
you
off
always
people.
hear when they lay people off.
It is crazy.
So I guess like maybe if
no, hold on, that's a lie, because remember recently we heard that what is it, Sandfall Interactive Expedition Studio, they grew. We heard that they grew, or like they doubled in size, because I think they had like 50 people or 100 people, and then they jumped up.
Okay, so I don't know. Well, okay, so to be fair, I didn't hear that. I actually heard. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I remember them saying that they actually didn't want to grow their company because they wanted to kind of keep everything kind of intimate.
Was it that, or was it more money that they got now that they can like invest in their studio?
I mean, they better have made some more money.
I think it was the revenue that increased.
Yeah, I remember them vividly saying that they didn't, because somebody asked them in an interview if they were going to grow the company with this success, and they said no, because they want to kind of keep everything like intimate, more in-house, kind of stick with the same team, and they don't want to just they feel like if they stick with what they got now, their team is still gonna be more hungry. Like it's not gonna feel like they're getting too big for their britches. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's that's what I heard them say, at least for their company. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of spooky, man. It's kind of like what company's next. Like if, like Fortnite, you would think Fortnite,
They're safe.
yeah, like Fortnite is like going crazy and stupid, especially with all the collabs. But it turns out maybe they're not making as much money as we thought they were, or at
You know what?
least
You know what it
to
sounds
not
like. This
laying
all
people
aligns
off.
up with what Caleb was saying last week, with how they won their case against Apple. You know, a court case with Apple ain't gonna be cheap because Apple's a $1 trillion company as well, like Microsoft. And at the time, I don't think Epic is really a $1 trillion company. They're worth a lot, but they're more so in the billions. So I think after they won this court case, they got to figure out some way to make some money back. And I think this was one of the ways. They probably cut their losses with some of the devs they could cut their losses with.
Possibly, man. Possibly.
Because this
I
is
don't
why the
know.
V-Bucks went up in price and all that other stuff. It honestly aligns with what's going on right now.
Now I don't know if their court fee or their lawyer fees to be enough where they fire 1,000 people. Some of that could be greed or whatnot. But I will say
Could be.
gaming is a luxury, and I think a lot of times we forget that sometimes because the state of the world or the economy can affect how these game companies are, whether they have a large staff or they fire people, they get shut down. So it's you know maybe that's the environment, or like all these game studios getting shut down and firing people could be a result of that, of things that are happening in real life. So it's like, yeah, enjoy it, what I'm saying, but like just know that it might not always be what it's like right now, what I'm saying. It's
That's true.
different industries can be affected, by things in the world. So and gaming's, the gaming's not immune. So
You think Fortnite's going to be in trouble in the future with this news right now?
I think
I'd like
Fortnite
to
will
think-
never, unless they do like a big update, they'll never be at their peak. So they're in maintenance mode right now.
Yeah, I'd like to think that that Fortnite. So Fortnite is still, to me, like I still think Fortnite is gonna last a very long time. It's one of those live service games that's like still like the top of the top, right? I just think maybe they might shift how they maneuver with the game in the future, and they might adjust some things. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody's gonna have their eye on Epic now that they did this, because truth be told, I don't think anybody saw them making a move like this, because 1,000 people, that's drastic as hell.
Yeah, I mean, when you put everything together, them raising the price of V-Bucks and firing 1,000 people, yeah, the money, their pockets are hurting right now. Their stock value must have went down because
Something happened, bro. Something happened.
Well, Tencent owns them, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know.
But like I said, with Cap,
keep it up to keep our eyes out.
you'll have to keep an eye on it. But yeah,
The next topic, we just mentioned it earlier, marathon. So it's been about 3 weeks, going on its fourth, and marathon has sold around 1.2 million copies, which is not bad,
Nice.
honestly. Yeah, not bad.
Marathon. You mean Concord 3?
Damn. I mean, it's lasted longer than Concourse, so I'll give it that. Well, how much longer is it gonna last? I don't know. It's sitting around like 40,000 players.
It should last longer than High Guard too.
It should. High Guard lasted a month and a half. We'll see.
Bruh. Yeah, so the numbers definitely seem like a game that's going to, be alive. I think Concord numbers, had a 600 player peak on
crazy.
Steam or something like that.
I remember that.
So yeah, it's definitely, you said 100,000 or something like that. whatever thousand it was.
It was like 40,000 to 50,000.
Yeah, that's a healthy, player base. Like I said, it's every game ain't gotta be, Fortnite numbers, but it's in a good spot to where it has a community. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It's a remake of a game that Bungie made in the past. And some people are playing it, streaming, and enjoying it. Some others, hey, they moving on. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good to see marathons not shutting down. I don't wish that. I don't know.
Yeah, unlike a lot of these hating ass niggas that be hoping for companies and games to shut down, like we not all in the gaming community. Like we gotta prop our people up, man. We can't just be wishing on developers' downfalls and stuff like that. I don't know what kind of cancel culture we got going on, man.
It's hypocritical, right? Because they always talk about, I hate AI flop because it's gonna take jobs and it's gonna take jobs away from people. But then when game developers are getting fired, people are celebrating. Look at them Concord 4, they got fired. Oh, this game's,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's hypocritical. People say they care about, the humans and their jobs, but outside of AI, it don't seem like it. When they celebrate the downfall of games, studios getting shut down.
Shit is
So, I don't
fucked up,
know.
man.
So in terms of the player count or the copies sold, about 800,000 copies were sold on PC alone, Steam, which is just under 70% of the total copies of the game. And then PS5 accounts for 217,000 copies, which is roughly 19%, and Xbox made up around 133,000 copies, which was just over 11%. So it seems the main driving force of this game is actually PC and not console, because console only makes up 30%.
All right, that's different. Yeah, there are. You got some console games and there's some PC games.
So the PC players end up saying, "Forget
sense.
this game. This game is gonna die."
Nah, but I don't think so. I think I believe Bungie has a strong presence on PC.
They do, but it's like, what are they gonna do? Because I know Angel's waiting on a Destiny 3 or some new DLC for 2, and they got this game running. Like, what are they got 2 live service games going back to back.
Game, bro.
Yeah, but they got 2 live service games running back to back. Who are they gonna focus on, and how are they gonna split their focus? Like, does one game take a hit for like a season because the other game needs love?
I'm not gonna lie, they should. I mean, it seems like they might have separate departments working on both.
But if that was the case, they wouldn't have to slow down the support for Destiny 2, because they could have just kept the same people working on updates and DLC for Destiny 2. That's the reason why I haven't gotten anything.
They probably needed more hands on deck for Marathon's launch to make sure everything went smoothly. Now, I think, at least right now, Marathon is pretty successful. I think, if anything, they should go hard in the paint with Marathon.
So you're saying whatever they did with Destiny, that, like, leave it at that? Working on Destiny 3, maybe?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about the Destiny situation. I just feel like they should push Marathon.
Angel, how you feel about that?
Well,
remember, Marathon was supposed to be a flop, from what a lot of people were saying.
So wait, hold on. What happened? Hello?
Well, we're saying, yeah, your mic was a bit low. We're saying, based on like everything that's going on with Marathon right now, the fact that there's like majority of the player base, well, 70% of the player base is on PC, them selling 1.3 million copies. Is it is it on the table for Bungie to be like, you know what, we're gonna shift our focus to just Marathon, or do they split their focus between both Marathon and Destiny 2, or if it's not Destiny 2, maybe Destiny 3?
I mean, I guess it depends on what Sony wants, right?
That is true.
I mean,
I didn't think about that.
Sony's the one that will dictate. Oh no, we need to push Destiny 3, or no, keep supporting the other game or whatever.
And you know what, too? If I'm Sony, and I'm not saying this is how I think, but if I'm Sony and I'm looking at player counts, I'm looking at Destiny 2 player count right now on PC, and it's nowhere near Marathon.
No, that's because Destiny's also at a very bad state because of them.
Exactly, but that's my point. So then if I'm Sony, I'm like, do I drop more content for a game that's dwindling and it has high guard numbers right now, or do we instead, shift focus to Destiny 3?
I think the focus should be either a Destiny Classic or a Destiny 3.
And what would a Destiny Classic be in your eyes?
The same formula Blizzard is doing for WoW Classic.
Okay.
Where it's pretty much like a reset. They released WoW Classic. It was just the classic WoW experience. No DLCs, and then they're adding the DLC. One by one, like if originally launched. You know what I mean? And it's in the patches are more community driven. Like their patches are based on community feedback. So, something like that could revitalize Destiny because a lot of people missed the original one. So, I mean, if they want to do Destiny 3, but they need something to keep the Destiny players at bay, they could do a Destiny Classic. The formula's there. They already got the story. All they gotta do is up the performance, up the graphics a little bit because, that was running on 360 hardware back in the days and PS3 hardware. So they can, optimize it a little bit better, polish it up a little bit, and they can make money off of that. I don't know many Destiny players that would just buy a Destiny Classic if they had the opportunity. Why? Because we never had a true 60 FPS experience in Destiny because it was all locked at 30 frames per second because Destiny 1, fun fact, never came out on PC.
Yep, it was only on Xbox.
So you will open up a pool of players that never got to play it because they were on PC to be able to play it. Yeah. Well, no, I mean PC. It was not on PC.
Nah, because Sammy said it was only on Xbox.
Oh yeah, no, Xbox and PlayStation. It was the only two platforms. And actually, I think Destiny had PlayStation exclusive content for the most part too. When Activision signed that one partnership deal with Sony.
Fun fact, I actually played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2.
And you never met Angel?
I wasn't hardcore. I kind of just...
Oh, okay.
You played casually.
Homies.
Yeah.
Like, I did some raids and stuff, but I played multiplayer and I beat the story, but I never, did Trials of Osiris and whatnot.
Well, that's where the sweaty players play. Oh, man.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Destiny Classic. I truthfully think a Destiny Classic can bring the interest back, and give them time to fully make a nice Destiny 3 where they can actually make the game how they want to make the game and hopefully not flop it because there is no game like Destiny. There will never be another game like Destiny.
Do you think they're gonna keep the free-to-play model with Destiny 3, or they're gonna go back to pay to get in?
I think they're gonna do pay to get in.
Yeah, because of Sony, right?
I mean, I guess it depends on Sony too. Maybe that's another thing. It depends on Sony.
That's true.
Is Sony gonna let them do their thing, or is we nip it in the bud and that's it? It's up to Sony and Bungie on this to see how the Destiny universe goes into the future. I hope they do Destiny 3. I hope the rumors are true and Destiny 3 is in the works because the Destiny IP really needs it bad. Destiny 2 came out 2017? We're running on 10 years. about to be 10 years next year that Destiny 2 has been out. I think it's time for Destiny 3. This
That's
is
fair.
long overdue.
We'll see, man. We will see. It definitely looks like Destiny needs some type of jump start, but I'm not saying completely abandon Destiny. I just think right now it's like prime time to push Marathon. If they wanted to have momentum, they should support it in every which way that they can. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, I'll make a bold statement right now and say the reason why Marathon is doing so good. I'm not going to shut out the games, but a lot of the Destiny players is playing Marathon because Destiny's in a really bad state too, to be fair. So, I mean, if Destiny was in a better state or they fixed the state of Destiny, I'm sure of that player base will go down a little bit just because a lot of those players are just looking for that Destiny-like experience in the game. And Marathon is made by Bungie, and a lot of like a lot of movement from Destiny is in Marathon. The gunplay is very similar too.
Maybe that's a hint that maybe you should try it out.
No, I don't like those type of games, man. I will never play an extraction shooter. I apologize. I've tried. I played Arc Raiders, and I didn't really fuck with Arc Raiders.
Hey, Arc Raiders is
but
not Marathon.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I've heard people who say that they played Arc Raiders. Not to say that they didn't like it, but it didn't mesh with them. But when they played Marathon, it meshed with them. Like, apparently it has like a kind of like a Halo feeling to it, from what I'm hearing. And I don't know, man. Might fuck with it. I don't know.
I don't
Angel
think
playing
about
Crimson
it.
Desert right now.
I was, but I actually got off of Crimson Desert. I'm not gonna hold it to you. Ah, you look, man. I'm just finding new games. That's all.
Ain't nothing wrong with trying some new games. You know, Destiny in a slump right now, Speedstorm in a slump. This is the time, Angel, to expand your horizon.
Imagine all my main games are the ones that are in a slump right now. It's fucking crazy.
Damn.
Hey, man. If
Hey,
you
look like Sammy's not the only one that played dead games, man.
Yo, chill.
the way
That's why I can roast. That's why I can roast.
What I say is, if you play a variety of games, you'll never be downward slump when it comes to video games.
That's facts. Gotta be a variety gamer.
I'm at the point where I think I'll just probably maybe off stream, maybe on stream if I feel like it, but just kind of get into my backlog a little bit.
Hey,
There's a lot of games.
You gotta do, my guy. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Speaking of games finding success, you know, it was reported, you know, within its first 24 hours that Crimson Desert sold 2 million copies. Well,
nice.
You know, 4 days later, they sold 3 million copies. So Crimson Desert in just 5 days has sold 3 million copies, and people are speculating that it could jump up to 5 by the time a week has arrived. You know, it's on a good trajectory right now. You got over 200,000 people playing the game. That's also good. And the Steam review went up to, or I don't think it was it the Steam review? It was one of the reviews. I think it was one of either the player reviews on Metacritic or the Steam reviews went up to 80% and overly positive, something like that. So, you know,
that's what's up.
Pearl Abyss dropped an update recently that fixed or addressed some of the issues that were plaguing the game. Something like minor things, but they were an annoyance. You know, one of them was controls, but only on the PC side of things. We need that on consoles because I do not want my jump button and interaction button being the same button. I'm sorry.
That's facts.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of trying to interact with something, and instead of interacting, I'm jumping for a minute long. I'm like, come on, man, come on. I gotta change my damn camera angle just so I can interact instead of jumping. It's crazy. But yeah, that's been another thing that's been plaguing me in that game. But you know, besides that, the game is remarkable, and a
So,
lot of people seem to think that way because it's doing well right now.
so I want to ask you this, Sammy. So, in your opinion, you feel like the game is a couple patches away from being like that game, like S
Honestly, I would even say the patches. I thought the game was good as is when it dropped, apart from the controls. I think the one thing that can make this, like, to me, this is this it's tough because I feel like a masterpiece should have every aspect covered, but not every game that's a masterpiece has every aspect covered. And for the most part, when we talk about open world games that have like a sandbox feel to them, so there are masterpieces, but they do lack certain aspects of in their game. Even though the story is probably the one big factor that lacks in this game, like the main story, everything else is just so good. Does the main story even matter? Like Skyrim, the game's a masterpiece, but was the main quest line that good? No. Everyone played the side quest lines because they were better. So in my eyes, I could view this in the same light I view Skyrim. It's a masterpiece. Yeah, you know, people want to play games for like the main quest or the main story, but I mean, like, once you play those games for the main story, you really have about another 10 hours until you complete the entire game. You usually play those games for about what, 30 to 60 hours, and that's about it. But when a game like this, a game this expansive, a game this massive on this scale, once you play the main story, you got another several hundred hours to go because there's just so much that you can do. That's why they're saying, hey, if we find more success with DLC, you know, maybe we drop co-op in there as well. And the only reason why they can confidently say maybe we drop co-op in there in the game as well is because they know how big the game is. Mind you guys, this game wasn't supposed to be a single player game as it has been released. This game was intended to be a prequel to Black Desert Online, the MMO. This was supposed to be another MMO game. And then somewhere down the line, I think within a year and a half, they scrapped that and said, no, we'll make it a single player experience. So the reason why this game is so big is because normally this would have been an MMO. So yes, you would have had a massive, expansive map where you could go and explore and talk to other people and do other things with a group of friends. But they took all of that, those MMO elements out, and they said this is going to be a single player RPG, and you still have this map that's this big and massive and expansive, and you can do all these things. It's just you can't do it with other people. So the fact that we're gonna have so much content from this game without DLC is crazy to me.
Quick chime in. So Angel and Sammy, you two got the game, have played it, have streamed it. Overall, how would you rate this game? Pros, cons, whatever. You know, let us know what you think overall, just from what you played so far. What do you think?
From what I've played so far, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's a lot to do. I'm still in the beginning of the freaking game and I played 2 days straight. You know, like I haven't played offline, but I'm probably going to because I feel like if I were to just strictly stream this game in my playthrough, I will never finish it.
Yeah,
and that's just how big that game is.
For like maybe 5 years straight before I finish it. No, you're laughing, but I'm dead ass. Like I would have to stream 10 hours every time I play this game. I can't do that.
Yeah, maybe if I wasn't more of an established streamer and this was my job, yeah, I would have done it. But man, actually try to stream every day and play this, it's just not the right time for me. I will eventually, hope to get to that aspect though, because I would love to be able to do full playthroughs. But right now, that's just not it for me. It's not possible.
Yeah, I agree with Angel. Like, even though I played this game a bunch, like I said, I'm around 20 hours in, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface. Like the fact that the map, I can see the map, and the fact that the area I have on the map is unlocked, and I can still see so much gray area on the map is like crazy to me. Normally, when I do that much progress on a map, I'm like, okay, I'm about halfway done the map. No.
So this is almost like one of the biggest open world maps of all time, you would say?
Yeah,
That's a
for a
huge
single
map.
player game.
It really is
It's
a
bigger
huge
than
map.
GTA. Like when people were saying this game was bigger than Skyrim and GTA Online combined and Red Dead and whatever, I definitely believe it now because this map is huge.
That's wild because Red Dead's a huge game. So
Exactly.
It is.
But like I said earlier, you got to think about it. If the fact that this game was supposed to be an MMO, which makes sense why the map is so big, this is why the game is so expansive. This is why it feels like you can't really scratch the surface of this game, even though you put 20 hours in, because this game was meant to be an MMO. Like you're not gonna finish an MMO in 20 hours, let alone 100 hours. And especially now that you're doing it solo.
That's true.
And that's why I said, like, if I had to stream this game and try to beat the game, it would take me like 5 years. I might be exaggerating a little bit. Maybe I could get it done in 3 years, but that's still a long time.
yeah, because I watched you stream a little bit, and you seem like the type to like to explore.
Yeah,
So
with a
you're-
game this massive, open world, I gotta
even-
explore.
Yeah, even like the early sections. So if you were to fully explore this whole game, yeah, it probably would take you a long ass time.
Yeah, facts. And there's so much shit that this game has. There's still shit that people are discovering.
With multiple hours in the game, like we're talking about hundreds, like 100 hours plus that these guys are just finding out. And there's so much shit that they hid around the world that you got to discover and figure out for yourself. Like it's gonna take a lot of time. Like for me, if I have to rate this game right now, I don't even know how I can rate this game. I don't even think it's fair to rate this game right now.
Well,
That it
from
is.
from what the devs said, I believe they said they would like people to give the game at least, it was like somewhere like to 50 or 60 hours to 80 hours for them to give like an actual good judgment on the game.
You know what? I'll give them
play
100 hours. When I get to 100 hours, I'll give this game a rating. Because right now, like I said, at 20 hours or around 20 hours, I'm saying this game's a masterpiece. And I'm not gonna back down from that talk. I'm saying, like, Angel, I say this to you because me and you kind of grew up playing the same games. We grew up playing MMORPGs. You know, we both played RuneScape. You know, we had people playing World of Warcraft. I know you was playing World of Warcraft. I had friends playing World of Warcraft. So we're really big into MMOs. You still playing MMO today in Final Fantasy 14. So I mentioned you in particular because this is the type of game where, because there's so much in it, the main story isn't really the draw. It's everything that you could do in this game. And at the same time, I'm trying to think, and I'm like, I haven't seen another game this big before. Unless it was an MMO. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. What other game has been this big, this size? Pause.
In terms of world,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. No. It's probably this game. Probably this game.
Like I I wasn't even joking when I said it took me 30 minutes to climb a mountain in this game.
Yep.
Like I can't say that about any other game.
I mean, isn't this what people want? Realism, a big world.
Yeah, they finally got that, I guess. They finally got it.
Yeah. I do know controls have been a big complaint.
Yep. Big complaint.
Didn't they say something about how? One thing I will give them credit. I have heard a lot of mixed things about this game, but one thing I will give them Pearl Abyss credit is they trying to update this shit fast, man.
Yep. They listen to
really
the community.
listen to people.
They're not.
So-
High Guard is a good example of not letting narrative spread. They nip it in the bud so that they can't let the toxic people who want to put out negative stuff get the narrative out. They're controlling the
Yep.
narrative of their game.
We're
And
not
not
gonna let
letting
the
you know.
minority make you guys think such and such about our game. We'll let you know what's up. Watch us drop this update today, type shit. Which I like about that, because what we've seen lately with Sega doing the same thing with CrossWorlds, and now Pearl Abyss with this game, is that they care about their game, they care about their product, and they're gonna be willing to put in the time and the effort, and also make our time and money feel valued. I appreciate that as a gamer.
Yep.
I know, apart from controls, a lot of people were struggling with puzzles. They did not nerf puzzles, but I know in one of the updates,
Low IQ.
they did nerf, right?
Skill
They
issue.
did nerf some of the bosses. I don't know why they did that, because one of the bosses they nerfed, I lost to, and I was gonna get back into fighting him, and then now that I heard that he got nerfed, I'm just like, well, it ain't the same fight no more. I almost beat him the first time.
Why? Yeah, I haven't played the game yet. Because I haven't been home a lot, or I've been away from home, so I haven't gotten a chance to really play the game. But why they did this same shit in Elden Ring?
They did the same thing with Wuchang Fallen Feathers too. Nerf some of the bosses.
Yeah, when the game just comes out, why are you nerfing bosses?
Well, okay,
Let
so
people.
you know what it was,
did
Nano?
they nerf
A lot of people
specifically?
was complaining about the boss being too hard, and they stuck on the boss for over 6 hours.
So what? Niggas get
Right?
back
Bro,
then.
I was playing
back
Wu Chang
then
and I
when
got stuck on a boss for about 7 hours. I remember Caleb, you hopped in the stream. I told you.
Yeah.
I was stuck on one boss for 4 hours.
Bro,
And then I
back
got stuck on
then,
another boss for 7.
with old games, if you are stuck on a boss, that was your ass, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no
You gotta level up.
awesome.
That's what we
Yeah,
it's called gaming. We gamers. We evolve.
and can't you get gear or something in that
Yup.
game?
But this is the thing that it's like crazy to me, because it's like, bro, this game is so big. Go do a couple side quests, go discover a couple things, and come back. Because I guarantee you, when you do that, somewhere along that way of you going on that journey, you're gonna discover some shit that's gonna help you beat the boss.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, if you're stuck on a boss for 6 days, usually you're under level.
Exactly. It's a skill check. It's there to let you know you're not ready.
But some
I had
people
to find out. I had to find out too, and I was this close. Like literally, it probably needed, the boss needed like maybe 2-3 hits, and I could have killed him. Instead, he got me on 1 HP, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll come back. And then they patched me.
So let me ask you this: Is it possible? Because I know with this game there was a big topic, big controversy, regarding journalisms or journalists. So one of the biggest things about this game is that the game's so big, right? But the thing is, with journalists are trying to get the game out.
Yeah, they didn't.
They're trying to go through the game out fast. So a lot of the journalists, at least from what I'm hearing,
they got stuck on the first puzzle.
That's
what I heard.
They're skipping a lot of content to try to get through the game, and because of that, that's making them under level.
Yep.
Do you think that's that might play a part into why some journalists might have gotten stuck?
I mean, for me, I was doing side quests for the most part. Like Caleb hopped in my stream, he probably saw me doing a whole bunch of shit. I was doing some side quests because normally when you play a game like this, when you do side quests, you discover different abilities that you normally wouldn't discover just doing a linear straight path of doing like the main quest line. And I'm like, if I'm gonna do this the right way, I want to be super strong, and then I want to be able to go toe to toe with these bosses. I don't want to feel like, man, I got an uphill climb to go do right now because this boss is just way overpowered. Like, I don't mind those kind of fights too, to teach me a lesson, and then I got to go out and world and explore and do these things, but I also like trying to explore the world as I go along instead of just, okay, let me go do this quest and now I'm done this quest, let me go do that quest because I got to beat the main story. I think a lot of these guys, because they wanted to review the game and they wanted to be the first ones out to have their opinion heard, did that. They just try to do the main quest line, and it's like, no. In terms of RPGs like this, like open world RPGs, that is the big recipe for failure, because like I said, you're doing that and certain bosses are like skill checks. You'll run into them and eventually, you're not going to be strong enough to fight these bosses. You got to do other things to level up. So these guys are probably running into okay, I'll tell you, the notorious boss right now in the game is the second boss in the game. And this is the devil in the reeds fields. This is the boss I lost to, that I almost beat, that was giving everyone a hard time. People were stuck on it for like 6 hours on average.
So it didn't feel out of reach to you.
No. Okay, the first puzzle that everyone got stuck on. So Luke Stevens, I don't know if you guys watch him, but he reviews games. He said when he got to test the game and play it out, he saw a lot of journalists get stuck on the first puzzle in the game for 45 minutes. And his tweet, when he tweeted that out, it blew up. And, journalists came back and said, oh, we're gamers. We're not getting stuck on, the first puzzle for like 45 minutes. We don't have to always play games with the yellow paint holding our hand. A lot of people got uncomfortable when he said that because he was speaking facts. I was literally I was watching this video the other day when he mentioned that, and my girl laughed and she's like, what puzzle was that? And I looked up the puzzle and I was like, wait, this is the puzzle? And she's like, didn't you beat that like 5 minutes into your stream? I was like, something like that. But then I was kind of dumbfounded. I was like, bro, if my girl just literally said she saw me beat this puzzle like 5 minutes on stream, and it's taking journalists 45 minutes to do this puzzle, like, we got the wrong people reviewing these games. And this is another thing we're going to talk about right now, because I think this game, was poorly reviewed by the journalists. I think they didn't do them any justice. The people that they have nowadays reviewing games aren't gamers. So we get the type of reviews that we get. We're getting reviews from this game coming out at 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. And it's
I've seen reviews all over the place from 5 to 10.
A mixed bag. And what does this remind me of? Black Myth Wukong. And that game was up for Game of the Year.
Oh, that's a hard game. The bosses. You want to talk about hard bosses? Yeah, definitely. Some people probably couldn't get past some of the first bosses and they just quit the game.
Stellar Blade was a mixed bag too. A lot of people said that was another good game. But another trend I've been seeing,
it was hard,
is a lot of these Asian led studios that are developing these massive games that are peak are getting review bombed like this. They're always getting these mixed bag of reviews and left at an 8 out of 10 in totality, making it seem like, oh, the game was okay. Oh, the game was nominated for this. When the game should have been seen as a technical marvel in this genre. Black Myth Wukong, we haven't seen a game like that since probably like Ninja Gaiden or like Dark Souls, right? Or Elden Ring, right? But that game got review bombed. It got a mixed bag. But it sold really well. Why? Because the gamers spoke. The gamers said that was the game that year. So why are we seeing this with all these Asian-led studios? Why are they getting this treatment? But then when you got a Western studio doing a game like Dragon Age, just getting 9s out of 10s. And we know how Dragon Age happened. We know what happened to Dragon Age. That game went off 50% in its first month because it sold bad, because the game was bad. We're getting 9s out of 10s for that game, but we're getting 4s out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10s for these games that are doing great things right now in gaming. This is why the reviews for Crimson Desert are mixed. And it's making people think the game is not good, because you have these journalists coming from companies like Eurogamer, IGN, making these reviews, leaving these reviews, and people are thinking because they're big names, they're still credible. And that's not the case. We know better. These guys are not gamers. These guys are agenda pushers. If something doesn't fit their narrative, they're going to push back. And what's the biggest way they can push back? With reviews. because with their reviews, they can determine how a game will sell, how a game could look in the casual audience. The casuals will look at the game and be like, "Oh, it's an 8 out of 10. It's an okay game. I'll try it maybe one day. I'll pass
Yeah,
on
I think
it."
that's my biggest issue with society is people need somebody else to make up their mind for them. But I could definitely see some studio being like, "Yo, can you give us a favorable score because we're trying to sell this game, like a monetary incentive to get better reviews."
And what did we just see recently with the devs? The devs did not rate or review Marathon because Bungie asked them to wait until they dropped the end game content after 3 weeks. So if Pearl Abyss said it would take you at least 60 to 100 hours for you to get a good feel about this game, because I definitely agree it's massive. There's a lot of stuff you could do in this game. Why wouldn't
Hey,
you
that's
also
interesting.
wait until you get to that mark to review this game as well?
That Marathon had them not review for a while, maybe because the high guard, they're like, "Yo, like, we trying to make money on this game, so even if it is get bad reviews, let us make our money first."
And you know what the funny thing is? Bungie is a Western studio, so why couldn't you give them? Why couldn't you give Pearl Abyss the same grace for a massive game at that size that we've never seen before as gamers, apart from MMOs? Why couldn't you say, you know what? Out of the integrity with what we just did for Marathon, even though we really should have just released our reviews for the game because you should have had that end game content in the game already. Arc Raiders did, and you guys are both extraction shooters. We're gonna hold off our reviews on Pearl Abyss's game because they said we need at least 60 hours.
Oh, dude.
So instead of that, we're dropping this game at a 4 out of 10 because we're getting stuck on puzzles for 45 minutes. We're rating the story mode in this game, yet we can't even beat the story because we're getting stuck on the second boss for 6 hours.
Man, this man Sammy sound like he got a vendetta against the journalist.
I've been having a vendetta on them since the Game Awards, man. Not this year's Game Awards, last year's Game Awards. Ever since they hold Space Marines, bro, I've been looking at them cross-eyed. Space Marines never got nominated for nothing. I've been looking at them funny since.
I think last year was Stack 2. Well, the year before that was Stack 2.
And then you know what? It got even worse when Eurogamer gave Arc Raiders a 2 out of 5, and dropped this score from being the highest rated multiplayer game of all time to like an 89 or 87. I was like, what the fuck? At that point, I was like, no. You guys are done. I'm done with y'all.
And now, so do you just generalize journalists, or is it like you just very cautious about them?
No, I generalize them at this point. The only people I take seriously in terms of reviews are like gaming reviewers, like people on YouTube that review games. Like there's a select few I can count on my hand that I respect their opinions on games, and I usually tend to agree with the way they lean on certain ratings for games, and that tells me if a game's solid or not. And all of the people I've been watching on these reviews for games have been saying this game is amazing. The fact that I don't really agree with Luke Stevens most of the time on his reviews for games, and this was the one time I was like, damn, we really feel the same way about this game. Okay. Made me respect him even more. So I was like, damn, if Luke Stevens is going after these journalists, you know it's got to be good. Because I didn't even know journalists were getting stuck on the first puzzle for 45 minutes. I knew a lot of people were getting stuck on the bosses. They were complaining about it. But being stuck on a puzzle for 45 minutes is crazy. Like Caleb said, skill issue. Getting stuck on a boss for 6 hours, skill issue. You know,
I was stuck in one of the beginning bosses in Crimson Desert. I'm not gonna lie. It was on stream.
Was it the Red Devil?
Oh, it was the one dude.
The one in the fields, right?
What the fuck was his name? What the fuck was his name, Sammy?
Horn Splitter?
Yes, that motherfucker. Oh my god.
You know what? I beat him, but I couldn't beat the Red Devil, which was the second boss after. So I'm not surprised you got stuck on Horn Splitter because I almost got stuck on him too. I almost lost the first time I fought him.
Yeah, I
Damn.
was like, I wasn't like understanding exactly what I needed to do, and then
He's no joke. The bosses in this game are actually hard.
yeah,
The way I beat him was the minute he taught me how to do. No, he didn't teach me how to do the move. The minute you fought, remember when you fight Matthias, and you learn the skill, the kick
yeah.
that he teaches you. I used that on him.
So that's all you were
And I was
doing was
able
like
to
kicking him.
No. I wasn't just kicking him. Like I realized that you can stun him with the kick and just go in for your hits, and then you go on the defensive, and then I reset, and then I kick him again, and then go in for my hits again, and that's how I beat him.
That's what I like about the game is how
just kind of stun lock them to
the
beat him.
moves you learn from one boss help you with another boss, and so so people don't really invest in those moves. It's like, yo, maybe there's a reason why you like that move.
There's a legit reason why they literally taught your character how to learn the kick, because you would probably need it somewhere down the line to fight somebody else. And I was like, you know what? Because at first I was getting my ass handed, and I only fought this boss once and I beat him. I was about like halfway through my provisions, like halfway through all my health, my healing and stuff, and I was like, damn, if I don't do something and switch up something, I'm gonna lose this fight.
Oh,
And
that's
then I
another thing too. I didn't even use provisions. I literally just went and just straight fought this dude without like healing myself.
Damn, that's
Man,
like some shit Sammy did in Expedition.
Yep.
Man, maybe that's why it was hard for me, was because I didn't even realize that I could just heal myself. So I was literally just hoping to parry everything and be aggressive.
You gotta heal yourself, bro. You can't just parry everything.
So I just made the game harder then. But shit, I did it without doing it though. Fuck it. Not many people can say that.
You got him.
That's true.
Yep.
Just like how I was beating all the bosses in Expedition under leveled like that, and Nano's like, "Oh, it's gonna take you like a week," and I'm like, "I bet y'all do it tonight." And I felt nice, but yeah, a lot of people are getting stuck on those early bosses, and I'm like, if the average gamer is getting stuck on these bosses for so
What up,
long,
Roger?
how are these reviewers that are getting stuck on puzzles for 45 minutes, mind you, are able to tell me about the story of the game and review the game based on its story when I know for damn sure they're not getting past these bosses?
I heard the story is not really. I heard the story is like one of its weakest points.
I would agree. Even though I'm being immersed into the story. Like, the story is nothing special, but I'm also saying, how did you beat the main quest? When I know for a fact you guys are getting stuck on puzzles, the early puzzles for 45 minutes, and you guys can't even get past bosses. Something doesn't add up. So like I said earlier, it just feels like these guys were saying whatever to get the reviews out and being the first ones out. As Caleb once said a while back, sometimes people just want to be the first out, but just because you're the first out doesn't mean it's good. That's stuck with me.
That's true. That is true. That does hold some weight.
So then, if these journalists are not gamers, why do people listen to them?
That's what I'm saying. These are the same people that are reviewing Forza, and the team at Forza had to turn down the traffic because these people can't drive.
Because all the popularity contests, people need to be told what they like, essentially. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see what's trending, so if they see a game has got high reviews, oh, it's trending, let me check it out. Or look at some dating shows, Pop the Balloon. There might be a guy, and let's say like 2 women pop their balloon, and then some other women be like, oh, they popped their balloon, let me pop my balloon too. It's like people can't make up their own minds. They need somebody else to tell them what they like and dislike.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's the same thing with gaming. Sometimes, if they see, oh, well, I'm interested in this game, it has the elements I like, but it had a bad review, so I'm not gonna play it because it had a bad review. That's drone mentality. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
You
mean,
gotta-
I mean, if y'all really want somebody's opinion on the game before
Listen to a
buying it,
gamer.
watch a streamer that actually plays the game.
Yeah.
If anybody's gonna critique the game and actually play the game, so the review is actually, meanwhile or worthwhile, definitely a streamer. The journalist is just, I don't know. I mean, there might be some journalists that actually plays the games, but sometimes I feel like these journalists are they're just trash at the game and they're just trying to get the news out. I'm sorry
Well,
if I offend any journalists, but I mean, if you guys are struggling on bosses and are reviewing a game bad because you guys suck at the game, I mean, that's not really a review. It's just you're
that's
just
a
bashing
skill
the
issue
game
review.
because you're trash. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. Now, in my opinion, I do think that there are. So for me, I'm not gonna really generalize journalists because I know everybody's different. But what I will say is, I don't think all journalists are like inherently not good at games. I think some are pretty good. But if I'm being honest, if I want to really know like the opinions of of like a specific game that I'm interested in, I don't really put as much weight into like journalists and whatnot. What I usually do is, one, I'll either listen to my friends or I'll listen to everybody has those content creators that they trust and give credence to, and their word holds a lot of weight to you, so you tend to listen to them and whatnot. So I have my YouTubers that I'll kind of see what they say, and based on what they say, I have a good idea on what I think the game will be like. And 9 times out of 10, it usually ends up being like that. So that's kind of the way I go about,
yeah, I say one of the YouTubers I trust is the Black Hokage. I think he plays a lot of games. I think he's pretty fair.
I remember we talked about him talking about this game, and one of the things he did say was that this game was going to be big.
Yeah, he even said because it's so big, he doubt that he's gonna finish it. Actually, I don't know if it's true, but one of my friends said he actually uninstalled the game because the game was bugging out on him, and it was making it to where it was making it annoying for him to progress. So, like, I think the first mission, he said he understood the puzzle, but he was stuck on it, and it made him feel stupid. But turns out, and he said he had to contact somebody that was like, I guess, directly in relations to the game, and he asked them if the game was supposed to be like this, and they said no, the game actually bugged out, and there's supposed to be an NPC there. And that kind of made him upset because he spent so much time on the game. And I don't know what happened between then and now, but yesterday my friend told me that apparently he uninstalled the game because there was like, I think there's like some mission you needed to do or something you needed to do, and you needed like a pickaxe, but the pickaxe wasn't like showing up for him. And after that, he just said, like, after like reloading the game constantly, just said, "Fuck this game." So I guess that is some negatives going on.
I mean, he could have bought a
game,
pickaxe, but I get it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
like,
gonna lie, Sammy. Though I had that same problem of trying to figure out what the fuck. Yeah, like trying to fucking figure out why I wasn't like getting my pickaxes quick. Like I equipped it. Like the game does a horrible job at letting you know what the fuck you have equipped, and how you can take out.
Yeah, the
I
UI.
was taking out my sword more than my pickaxe. I'm like, bro, I need to take the sword. I need to take the pickaxe out. How the fuck do you do that? I don't know what I even pressed to even do it. But I'm like, yo, this has to be annoying to a lot of people because you're not straightforward in a lot of these things. And you know, I understand trying to make everything harder and give you freedom, but there's got to be some type of fucking balance where, like, you know, I know what I got to click to get to where I got to go.
You know what? I agree to you. This game does not hold your hand. I did on my first stream. I probably took 30 minutes to mess around with the input, like the controls and the UI, to see what buttons do what and like how do I equip different things in my inventory. And from then, I never really had trouble equipping things. But like, if I got to spend 30 minutes to do that, then yeah, it could be more refined at that point. I would say. Yeah,
well, which is new. I'm sure they'll fix it over time. So like, you know, it's just an annoyance
they
now.
already address controls already. I'm not sure if that addresses UI as well, because I think that's more of a UI issue. But yeah, I know they'll get to it because they've been updating so far.
Yeah, this game's really popular. So I mean, if they really plan on, you know, maybe adding multiplayer, if you know the game is doing well and people are asking for it, I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to fix everything before implementing that, because that's gonna just add more chaos.
They better fix the console controls first, because ain't no one gonna be on multiplayer when they trying to jump and evade shit and they interacting with stuff instead.
Yeah, their button scheme, I don't know who said this was a good idea for a lot of these buttons, but yeah, you know, I don't know.
You know what?
I can't.
We gotta give them some props, Angel, because remember, this was supposed to be an MMO. And an MMO, you have a lot of controls and keys that
right, and I see that vision that they had.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Can't do that. And
no. I'm just saying. Hold on,
No,
Nano.
no,
I'm just saying the reason. Yeah, go ahead.
So the reason, and I would have agreed with you, but when I listened to the Game and Illuminati podcast, they talked about this same thing, and somebody said they brought that same exact thing up about how they were making it for like you know, it was supposed to be an MMO for PC and stuff like that, and how, you know, on controller it might have been iffy for them. Watts, 3000 watts, she said you can't go with that because apparently even on keyboard and mouse they have fucked up controls too, because I guess on PC a common thing is that your map button is M, but apparently that wasn't even a map button on Crimson Desert.
Hey, but the thing is, on PC,
that's crazy.
Can change controls.
That's actually kind of crazy, though.
Can't change on controller, though.
I don't know, man. She was saying people on keyboard was having problems too.
That's minor, because I played MMOs like that where when I'm thinking the M button's supposed to be the map, or I'm thinking the K button's supposed to be my skill menu, and it's pulling up something else, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to settings and I'm remapping this shit, and then problem solved. But for console players or controller players, we don't have the luxury of just going in there and changing the button. It's fixed. So we'll always be stuck with jumping and interacting. You know, we'll always be stuck with having to click the left stick, and instead of you sprinting, you're crouching.
I heard they plan on adding more control schemes.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that's when they do that, it's gonna address like the controller players, because we're the ones that are out of luck. You know, the mouse and keyboard players, they can at least change their keybinds. We can't do that.
Yeah, man. Shit's crazy, man. Shit is crazy. But
So
shout out to Crimson Desert.
Before we move on, Angel, I want to know what you think about the game, like in terms of like a rating, or if you can't rate the game yet, how do you feel about the game? Is it resonating with you?
Yeah, I can see myself playing it more.
Yeah, you don't gotta save it for on stream, man. Just go ahead and start playing off stream.
I've been playing it offline too, and I've been telling my viewers, I'm like, guys, if I just stream this, we'll never finish. So I let them know, like, I'll probably stream. I'll probably not stream. I'll probably play the game and not stream it all the time, but I'll let you guys know what I did so you guys can kind of be filled in. And also, if it's something important that we was doing on stream, I'll save it for the stream. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, you could, like, the way I look at it is like I can do like whatever, like the main story on stream, and then just do all the exploration side shit offline. So boom, I can do it that way. I might be a little bit overpowered because I you know, I got a lot of shit that I'm not supposed to, but that's the beauty of open
That's
world.
what I had to do it when I played Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, because that world, it's literally just running through the jungle. And there are sometimes I just want to explore the world and fly around, and you know, I ain't got to stream that because who wants to just watch me running through some trees, exploring the jungle? You know, obviously, like, you know, you're doing the main mission or a boss fight, yeah, stream it. But like, if you just want to explore the world, travel, climb a mountain, swim underwater, just to explore it, like, I mean,
I don't even know if we can. Wait,
that's
we
some
can
off-stream
swim.
stuff.
I don't know if we can dive though. But I definitely agree with Caleb. You know what? I did drown in my stream once. I was testing to see if
because
we
he
could
got that
swim.
stamina.
Yeah, the stamina. Once I ran out of stamina, I drowned. So that's another thing.
Yeah, I heard the stamina's pretty, you know, early on it's kind of light.
Yeah, it's rough. You start thinking you can climb everything, and once you run out of stamina, GG's.
You can thank Breath of the Wild because of that, because ever since that game came out, everything got stamina now. Climbing stamina, weapon stamina.
Hey, welcome to innovation in gaming. Everybody
Fuck
talking
that
about, I
stamina
want more
shit.
survival elements and realism. Now you got it. But yeah, shout out to Korea and Pearl Abyss with this. This is a banger. Shout out to the other Asian studios. You know the games. I mean, the games that they've developed along the years. Something akin of like Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong, Wuchang Fallen Feathers. You know, we got another Black Myth coming out. All these other games that are coming out of Asia right now, we need to show them some more support and love, because if we don't, and we leave it up to the journalists, these games will not be getting their flowers.
It's kind of like, I'll give you that, because obviously there's like European or American game developers. Yeah, Chinese game developers are like, they're direct competition. It's kind of like the EV or the electric vehicle market. How the electric vehicles in China are better than the ones in the United States, but they won't allow those vehicles in the States because it'll kill.
Yeah,
It'll kill some of these companies. So there definitely could be an agenda to, you know, kind of shun the Chinese-made games because they're trying to, you know, promote the games that they're developing. So.
You know what's even crazier is a lot of these Chinese-made games are better than the games made in America. You know, I mean, NetEase is also an Asian company, and
yeah.
Marvel Rivals, great game. Destiny Rising, great game. Like fucking Diablo Immortal, another great game. Fuck, Diablo Immortal is better than Diablo 4, and that's a mobile game.
Wait. Was you right? Was.
I mean, I think that truthfully it still is, because Diablo 4 still don't pique my interest.
I don't know, man. With these new updates, I'm going back to the game.
Updating the game, but I actually played Diablo 4 like when it came out, and I did everything, and it was pretty good. But man, the end game grind, bro, that shit kind of got tiring real fast. I know
And they did an update to change that recently too.
Yeah, I know they did. So I'm pretty sure the game is in like a much better state. But the thing is at least for me and my homie, we just never went back to the game, man. We were like, man, we done with this game.
That's
so
fair.
I don't know if other people had that same mindset, but it was fun until it wasn't.
I'm tired of games being shitty.
I agree.
Like at launch, like I remember when games at launch were
Used to be
complete and good.
Yep.
Now they're just, you wait for the patch, wait till we fix this so it can be what you wanted it to be. It's like, I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to wait. And that's what kills me, man. Borderlands, you know, hype game, nobody plays it no more. Like, It's just crazy.
I think a lot of that has to do with the CEOs of these companies wanting these games to be pushed out as soon as possible. Even when, like, in their mind, they probably get like a message from the studio, like the director from the studio saying, you know, we about 80 to 100% complete of this game, and the CEO's like, so 80%, like, could we push this to the public and it's playable? And the developers would be like, well, it's playable for the most part. Okay, then drop the game. And then they're like, well, we won't have the game finished. It's like, you can do some patches or some shit. And I think that's what's happening with these games half the time. I'm not saying that's what's happening with Crimson Desert or other games. They're just going through like growing pains. It's like, you know, your control scheme, you thought it was good, you can streamline it some more. You know, the bosses, they're good, but you know, the vast majority can't be these bosses. We'll tone them down a bit. Like things like that, that's what they're going through. But like we look at Cyberpunk, it'll release and it's trash. They got to go through like 2 years straight of patching the game for it to be like the masterpiece it is now that everyone's talking about.
Yep.
Like, look how long it took Cyberpunk to be in a working state. How long it took The Witcher 3 to be in a fucking working state.
Remember when Cyberpunk dropped and all the memes came out? When Cyberpunk dropped, I was like, I'm never buying this game. I'm never touching this. And then when it came to a playable state and when the game was good and it was on a sale for 50% off on the Ultimate Edition, I bought it. I was like, yep, you're worth the price now.
Fucking Sammy. You're worth it now.
Because I remember there was like, yeah, there's going to be like hundreds of people in the city. On console, you saw like 5 people walking around. You was like, what the hell is this?
That's the
even if they release a game that is broken on launch, they still make their money because all they do when they fix the game, they'll just come with a bundle package and be like, and put it on sale and say, oh, the Ultimate Edition for $89.99, $79.99. It's on sale. It was $100 at release, but now it's $70. So they're still getting full game price. But but the people who might have like held out and didn't get the game initially, they'll eventually buy it down the road. So they still gonna make their money. That's probably why they don't have an incentive to have everything fixed, because they know once they have a patch, they can just put it on sale, you know, for people to get it late and boom.
Well, it won't always work like that though, Caleb. Because remember in Cyberpunk's case, everybody was refunding the game and everyone was getting their money back, so they weren't even making money. They had no choice but to make and fix the game. Because they were cooked. Like I remember the first week they broke records and they made how much money, and then literally what was happening that same week at the end of the week, everyone was refunding the game because they realized the game was shit. At least on console, even though PC players were still going through some things, not to the same degree as console players. But I remember they end support for Xbox One and PS4 because the game just would not run that well on those consoles.
I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. You might.
They didn't take away support for the game. They just got out a refund. Sure. Or maybe they had it where you couldn't buy it.
Because they ran so poorly on those consoles. Even the Series X and the Series X, S, and the PS5 was struggling to run that game. So I was like, yeah, how in the world is the Xbox One and PS4 going to run this? Those consoles are struggling.
No, man. But yeah, no, I do agree. Games should start off working good, bro.
Yep. Ooh. The next topic, it's a bit of a funny one, actually. We was just talking about consoles. So apparently Xbox did some price cuts on the Series X console. And a lot of people are reporting that they're getting like 50% discounts on it, 40-something% discounts on it, and like 30-something% discounts on it. And you know, if you've been living under a rock, you clearly don't know. But for those of us who've been gaming this entire generation, we know the only thing about these consoles' prices has been that they've been going up instead of down. Normally around this time in a console generation cycle, we see price cuts. We haven't seen any price cuts because the tariffs, all these other things, you know, RAM going up. So the console prices have been going up. They never went on discounts. They never, even on holiday
people's
time,
wallets
never
ain't
went on
going
sale.
up. People's
Exactly.
bank account ain't going up like that. So they think that we're gonna raise the prices of an old console that's 6 years old that we're already talking about making a next gen console, but yet y'all want to raise it to $700? Hell no, bro. Nobody's gonna pay for that. So on top of that, like it's they have to be real with themselves. Talk about it. They got new leadership and stuff. We talk about that a little bit, but yeah, they overcharge everything. They overvalue what they are selling. They overvalue their consoles, overvalue their subscription. Their console does have value, but you can't overvalue your product because if you overvalue your product, people just ain't gonna buy
Price
in.
itself out. Yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely need to bring that console down if they really want people in their Xbox economy getting game passes and getting games and stuff. You're gonna have to lower that. What they thought, like you're already the second place console. End of the day, as good as Xbox is, even if Xbox the console specs is better than the PlayStation specs, PlayStation is the number one console, right? You know what I'm saying? It just is. You know what I'm saying? So if you Xbox think you're gonna get away with everything PlayStation get away with, no, you're not. The sales don't even show that. So yeah, they gonna have to bring that. Although I'm happy they bring it down 50%. Yes, they should.
So a lot of people are saying they're seeing the console prices at around like $400, $350, $300, and a lot of people are like excited because maybe they were holding off. Some people this generation just didn't move on from the Xbox One and PS4. Now that the support's ending, funnily enough, now they're all excited. Yeah, we can move on. But like Caleb just said, right around the corner, we got next gen consoles coming out literally like next year, 2027. So like, yeah, you're getting a Series X, but you're not getting the Helix. You're not getting the PS6. You're gonna be behind another generation again. But honestly, like I said, because we've only been seeing prices go up with consoles across the board instead of getting discounts and whatever, I'm actually excited. Hopefully this is a trend that starts and other companies, Sony does this. I don't know about the Switch because it just came out, but at least with Sony, maybe they'll be like, we can drop our prices with the PS6. I mean, not PS6, PS5. Give these guys on the PS4 a chance to get on this console. There's no scalping, so you have no excuse. But
it's crazy how it's like you lower the prices and you make more money because more people are able to afford your console. Almost like rocket science.
Yep. Same thing should be with games.
Yep. And I think
when a game doesn't have a high player base, they end up being on the PlayStation. Oh, there's a spring sale. All of a sudden, a lot of, you know what games always do that? Anime games. Because in order for an anime game to be successful, it needs an online player base. Anime games, they release $79.99 at launch. Just wait 40 days. Wait 40 days. Next thing you know, you're going to get the PlayStation sale because they need people on the game. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you lower the price, more people going to play your game, more people going to get on. Because a lot of people are like, I just can't pay $70 every game. I just can't pay $1,000 every single console that comes out. Like, no.
But speaking on price cuts, apparently Asha Sharma, the CEO, has been in talks with the CEO the COO from Netflix, and apparently they're looking at teaming up and bouncing ideas off of each other. And one of the things that was brought up or that stuck was the fact that they would do a partnership with Netflix and Game Pass would be bundled up together. So it would
kind of like
cost of Game Pass.
How Disney Plus is with Hulu in a bundle. Basically, Netflix will be bundling it up potentially with Xbox, and if Netflix wants to integrate games.
But with Hulu, isn't Hulu Fox already? So technically, doesn't Disney already own Hulu?
Yes.
I don't know, I guess.
They do.
So then so my thing is like, when you guys bundle it, like, because most people have a Netflix account or a Netflix subscription anyways. So my thing is, when you bundle these two together, like, what's happening? Like, does it take both subscriptions, add them together, and then it gives you a new discounted price? Or if you have one or the other, you kind of now have the other one. Like, let's say I only have Netflix and I don't have Game Pass. Now that I have Netflix, and now that Netflix and Game Pass are partnered up, does that mean because I have Netflix, I technically now have Game Pass?
You'll probably have to get a bundle because, like if you just get the Disney Plus subscription, you don't have Hulu, but you have to get it at the bundle price. So they'll probably have a bundle price, or if you want both.
So I don't have Disney Plus. So from your guys' perspective, because you guys probably know this better than me, how much is Disney Plus? Is it like $9.99 or something like that?
I got
$16.99.
And then how much is the bundle now?
$19.99.
Okay, so $3 more. So I could kind of see, but then they're talking about ways how the price could go down. How does this make the price go down if Game Pass Ultimate is already around $30? Every other tier of Game Pass never moved and it never increased in price, just Ultimate. So if they add Netflix to this, wouldn't that just increase the price?
Unless if maybe they'll lower the price to make it more affordable, more appealing. I mean, Netflix is, not Netflix, but Xbox is going through some changes. So maybe this is a chance for them to make their price make sense with the product that they're trying to get.
What do you guys think? I know Caleb said his piece.
I mean, I kind of agree with Caleb. Like, I guess unless they would like lower it, maybe it would make sense. But I mean, I don't got an Xbox, so it don't do nothing for me. I have Netflix, but I don't got no Xbox. Though I would say if I did eventually get a PC, it probably would come in handy because I could technically use Game Pass for PC.
Yeah.
But I pretty much agree with Caleb.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see, what comes to fruition with this little partnership. I don't know what it will do because I'm trying to understand how this would help lower the price or the cost of the subscription service, or services. But like I said, it only seems like it's just gonna increase the value of the subscription service. Because as you just said, you'd have to bundle them together. So I don't know what that new price point looks like. I don't know what kind of benefit you get from that. Obviously, you get 2 different subscriptions, one being like just entertainment and movies and TV shows, and then the other one being games. So yeah, I get like pretty much all my entertainment apart from, I guess, music in one bundle, but like at what cost?
Yeah. I mean, it's only time will tell, Sam. Time will tell.
All right. And I guess the last few topics we got here, we have Lords of the Fallen 2. It just got a new trailer today. Recently, it dropped. I know we can't really show the movie trailers, but I believe the game trailers are safe. I do have the trailer in the group chat. So, Angel, you can pull it up at any time. Did any of you guys play the first one?
No.
Nah, but so I heard mixed things about it. But from
the first one or the remake of the first one?
The more recent one.
Okay.
The remake.
Because the first one was a remake of the first one that came out.
Yeah, I actually was gonna get that game, but a lot of things I was playing a lot of stuff around that time, and I was hearing mixed things about it, so I just decided to chill on it. But I'm not gonna lie, they kind of doubled back pretty fast with this one. And I'm assuming this one's gonna be much better because they probably learned a lot from the mistakes of the first one.
Yeah, because like the other one came out, 2023? 2024?
Yep.
I know this is an alpha, but
game.
I'm guessing we can expect this next year, if anything. Like late next year, maybe.
Did it have a release date?
I'm not sure. I didn't watch the trailer yet. So this is my first time like everybody else.
I guess the only thing is that I don't really hear people talking about this game though. But I think we will hear more as a release date gets announced and it gets close.
Yeah. Well, I know the Souls community is definitely gonna play this regardless because they usually play all the Souls-like games. So we'll definitely hear from them.
Yeah. But hey, visually the game looks great. Combat looks good, looking good.
Yeah, especially for alpha. Usually, you know, I start to notice some things where they can improve on already, but this already looks pretty good for an alpha.
Did you play the first one, Sammy?
No, but I have it.
What was
I
that,
just couldn't
PlayStation
get to
Plus?
it. I just couldn't get to it on time because at the time I was playing too many games. Speedstorm.
That's
I
crazy.
think it's on Xbox and PlayStation. Caleb.
Yeah, it's on all platforms.
Yeah, I think PlayStation had a sale or like a PlayStation Plus for a month.
Yeah, the first game be on sale like every time there's a sale on Xbox. I'm not sure if it's the same on PlayStation as well, but that game always goes on sale to like $30, and I'm like, damn, I should buy it. And then one day I did buy it, so I just gotta play it.
Yeah. I'm just hoping Lords of the Fallen becomes free on PlayStation Plus so I can just say I never spent any.
I wonder if it did come to Game Pass. I'm not sure, but yeah, it would be a good steal. Even if the game was just like a 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, it'd be a good steal if it went to like Game Pass or PlayStation Plus. The next trailer, I guess, we got, or the next big news we got, is more on like TV and movies. So we do have Harry Potter. It just dropped its trailer today as well. Unfortunately, even though we love to show the trailer, we've been getting copyright strikes. So to avoid that,
Or copyright claims.
Yeah, or copyright claims. So to avoid all that, we've all been in agreement that we won't show trailers like that anymore, but we'll talk about it just so, you know, we can keep the podcast up. We don't get into no trouble.
Yeah. I kind of, well, if I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of more of a Harry Potter fan back when like it was first coming out. So like I watched, you know, the Sorcerer's Stone, the Chamber of Secrets,
Prisoner of
Summoner of
Azkaban,
Azkaban,
Goblet of Fire.
I did watch Goblet of Fire.
That's my favorite.
I forgot which one had like the giant ass snake in it. I
Chamber of
remember
Secrets?
that one.
The Basilisk?
Yeah, was that like the second one?
Yeah, that's
Or
the
was that-
second one.
Okay. But after those, I just kind of fell out with Harry Potter and I never followed it and whatnot. So
That's fair.
I think this, the trailer did look cool to me. I think I'm gonna wait and see what people say about it, and I will decide if I watch it after that.
Well, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I don't think I have a choice. My girlfriend be watching the Harry Potter movies like it's running out of style or something. Because every time she's done with the series, 2 weeks later she watching it all over again. I'm like, really? Can't watch nothing
Damn.
else?
Watching that shit like Lord of the Rings, man.
And you know what's crazy? After the trailer finished, it said Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which is the same as the Sorcerer's Stone. It's the same thing. When I saw that, I was wondering to myself, so season 1, instead of it being called season 1, it's called Philosopher's Stone after the first book. So what I thought was, if every season that comes out, is it going to be named after each book, or is it going to be after each book? And if that's the case, technically, if these kids are like 13 right now, or whatever the case is, by the time this show is done, they'll be around 2021. 22 maybe
Yep.
tops. So I think that is a great way to do this show. Granted that they're doing a season every year. That way these characters will actually age the way they need to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not mad at it, honestly. So I predict this show running for around 8 seasons at most, if anything. I'm not sure how many
Gotta
episodes
see,
they're gonna
man.
have, but
Shows
we'll
we
see.
get canceled like no tomorrow, man.
Yeah, but usually if it's on HBO, like they usually they go till the end.
That's
They don't
true.
really get canceled. I haven't heard of any show on HBO getting canceled. I could be wrong, but like I said, me personally, I haven't heard of any show on HBO getting canceled.
Yeah, that's mainly like a Netflix thing. Honestly.
Yeah, Netflix usually cancels shows either after 1 season or 3 seasons. So you can't even really get excited for anything on Netflix sometimes.
Yep. But hey, man, hopefully it's good, man.
Angel, how do you feel? Because I know
Nice.
you've been talking about this shit for a while.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
excited about it. I seen the trailer. I see a lot of like, it looks so good when it comes to like, if you watch the movies, you can see everything from the movies and whatnot, and like a lot of the similarities. I think they did a good job with the actors too. I was like, okay, this gives me the Harry Potter vibes. Even though people are still complaining about Snape being black, whatever, you know.
Snape with the dreadlocks?
Yeah, I think I mean I gotta see it. You know, I don't care about, you know, if he's white or black. So all I care about is if he does the character justice.
All I know is that they're gonna meme the hell out of him in the first season. But if he's a great character, I think he's gonna grow on people. They're just gonna forget.
Right. Just give it just give it a chance. That's all. You never know. You might like it.
That's true. Caleb, how you feel about it? Not too sure if you really into Harry Potter or not.
Yeah, I grew up in a hyper religious family that couldn't watch Harry Potter, so I never really got into it.
That's fair. That is fair. I can understand that.
Witchcraft, you know.
Yeah. That's that voodoo shit. But apart from Harry Potter, we did get a Moana 2 preview trailer. That's actually quite interesting. So the very
not a
first
fan of
thing
the
I saw, literally, I was about to go to the casting. The first thing I saw was The Rock's hair, and I was like,
Looks out of place.
yeah. I'm like, y'all couldn't do better for a wig. Did you not like? Have you guys watched this Hercules movie that he did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I watched that.
did
He had a
watch it.
better wig in that than he does in this Moana movie, and it's
I'm not
Disney.
gonna
That's
lie, I actually
like,
like
come on,
the
man.
Hercules movie.
I did too. But I'm saying, how could he have a better wig in Hercules than he does in Moana? And this is Disney we're talking about.
I am Hercules.
Yeah, and I think Moana, I think the actress, her hair is like naturally curly. For whatever reason, they straightened it, and I don't know. I think if they kept it curly, it'd look more like Moana. Because Moana in the animated, her hair is very wavy and whatnot. So I don't know. I'm not the hugest fan of the actress. Like, I feel like Lilo and Stitch, they did a great job casting Lilo, but I feel like for Moana, it's off. So I don't know. That's my opinion. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like giving shows and
Peace, man.
castings
Speak your piece.
benefit of doubt, but nah, this is off. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think the Rock, he seems. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I don't love it. It's kind of just, I'm gonna see how it goes. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if I'm gonna watch this one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll
This
probably
might
watch
be a
it.
skip for me.
If it leads to a Moana 2 live action, that'd be dope, because Moana 2 is a good movie. But not that Moana 1 isn't, but Moana 2. Like maybe if this leads to that, that'd be cool, I guess. But I don't know. Like here's the thing about AI too, the fact that like AI kind of ruined my brain. The fact that like you can make the animated characters real people, so you see the potential of what like a perfect casting could look like. Whenever it's like far away from that, it's just like, all right, man, yeah, is this the best y'all could do?
Man,
Like I could AI generate
Yeah,
something.
spoiled you, man.
Don't let AI like flood your brain, man, with unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, because apparently like to get somebody who was wonderful, it's exactly like Maui or Moana, like realistic. I'm
'Cause you
sure
gotta
there's sometimes.
You gotta
Sometimes
remember,
they
they gotta know how to act and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But still, man, I don't know. Just
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he pulls it off though, Caleb. Maybe The Rock pulls it off.
hmm
I mean, honestly, there has to be some other big Samoan dude that they could have got, but hey,
I mean, technically, they could have got Roman Reigns.
yeah.
They
I
could
don't
have
think
got
that would be
Aquaman
better.
too.
At least The Rock with
could've got
Maui,
Jason Momoa.
he's his voice actor. At least the voice would be the same. I'm not too super off with The
Oh
Rock.
yeah,
I think
he is his voice actor.
yeah, so it makes
You
sense.
know
My
what?
only
You know what? All right, I don't have a problem. I'm gonna let him chill. I'm gonna let him chill. I forgot
It's
about
just
that, Caleb.
Jason Momoa
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
pulled it off. He already got the hair
Nah.
for it.
Nah, he's
Yeah,
done
but
enough stuff, bro. He's kind of
Yeah,
overdosing.
he playing everything, bro.
And he ain't even the most Polynesian looking dude. So I think Maui's a very Samoan looking guy. I think The Rock's probably a better casting, but it's just maybe like the makeup could do. Maybe they can improve some different things about The Rock to make it look more better, I guess. But and maybe it could just be part of it. We're used to seeing him bald all the time. To see The Rock with like long flowing hair, it's just, we're just not used to it. So that could be an element of it too.
Might be a good movie, man. Might be a good.
I think their live action's been, obviously there's been some duds like, a Mulan not having a dragon, but like more often than not, their live actions seem to be pretty good. I like, so I don't know. I think it'll be good. But like I said, it's people say they want new movies or new IPs, but when they make new IPs, people don't support it. So what is Disney doing? They're just, remaking your favorite classic IPs. So, then now they're at Moana. So, maybe eventually they'll get the Ray of the Dragon and do a live action of that or something. I don't know. But, hey, it's casting. It looks a little off. The casting might not be as good as some other ones, but I'm sure the movie is gonna be full of action and stuff. So, yeah, that's my feelings on it.
What about you, Angel? I know you're very big on your Islanders, especially Moana.
I
What do you think? When we aim to be a better casting?
I don't say nothing wrong with the casting. Truthfully, I like it. I mean, The Rock with hair. I know a lot of people complaining about it. Oh my god, he has hair. But I mean,
That's the one thing I was really like, kind of like. That's the one thing that kind of like I was like, whoa, I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, I'm not saying The Rock couldn't work. I'm just saying the wig just wasn't right. Like they could have gave him a better wig for that role.
true.
Possibly, man. Possibly. But hey, man, maybe in the movie, it won't be that bad, bro.
All right. Well, I guess the last topic we got today is Sora AI. Caleb, I'll let you lead the way on this one.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna leave that up to y'all, man.
All right, so if you don't know, Sora AI. So when it comes to AI generation, because AI is in a lot of things, but I think what most people don't, the people who don't like AI, what they really don't like is they don't like generative AI. So that comes to image generation. A lot of artists feel threatened, and then on top of that, that comes the video. generation. A lot of Hollywood people are threatened because they're like, yo, people are able to make like Hollywood movies, just with a prompt. It's $1 million scenes that can just be, generated with the AI. But I guess one of the first iterations of, a good video generation AI was Sora. And it is integrated with the company OpenAI. So OpenAI is like ChatGPT, so on and so forth. So, essentially, there's been a lot of videos people have been putting out. I'm sure y'all seen some of them. You got, all kinds of funny ones and stuff. But essentially, they just cold turkey just put out a tweet, said we shut down and just wiped everything. And it's kind of odd because, we've showed off Sora. I know Angel, he posted some scenes of him as a wrestler. He had Tupac and Martin Luther King, chopping it up or something like that. People were making, videos of what's it called? Animals on the porch, ring camera videos. People be doing a bunch of stuff with it. But now we can't do that no more, at least using that. And it's interesting why, they just shut down, but one thing in the background that might influence this is, okay, so one, it might not be as profitable as they want because I mean, they have their free tier, but then a lot of these AI services or generative services, whether it's image or video, they want to charge an arm and a leg. And I'm talking about a month. I know Google had their video thing. I forgot what it was called, but that was like $60 for the basic plan. I think you got 30 to 60, 30 for the image generation. So it's very pricey a month that they want from you to get this. And I don't think most people are buying that. I think most people probably, react to other people who make videos and that are funny, but the masses, I don't think you're getting millions of people subscribing. So it could be they took it down because not enough people were buying the subscription, so they weren't making money. Or it could have been profitable, but what really it is we're in a situation with Iran and Trump, they're using drones, and high precision missiles, to hit their targets. Part of that is Trump wants AI to be integrated within the military. There was another AI company. I have to look at Anthropic, that might not be it, but it's some AI company. He was trying to get them to work with the government and the military to help them with their technology, and they refused. And so Trump basically put sanctions on them. But OpenAI decided, we'll partner up with the American government in order to help them with the military or AI surveillance on American citizens. So it could be that they're shutting down Sora AI so that they can reallocate resources, for more, governmental priorities. So when it comes to the chips and the NVIDIAs and all of that, they're reallocating that for potentially war. So that also might be a reason why Sora is going down. They just came up with Sora 2 as well. It was like a better version of it. So it's just unfortunate that it's going down. And I think the biggest part is people generate a lot of videos, and some of them were funny and cool. The gorillas fighting bears and all, natural wildlife, National Geographic. People were making Pokemons and doing it in a National Geographic style, and and it was dope. But they could have gave us a day warning so we could save our videos, but nope, they just took it all down. So. It's very interesting. I would say, does this mean this is the end for AI CPU? Oh, less AI slop. Look, there's still AI generated things out there. One of the biggest ones is Seedance. That's we talked about how the Chinese are doing their electric vehicles better, the game development better. Well, what they're also doing better? AI, because they came out with something called Seedance 2. It was so good that Disney sued Seedance, or they sent out a cease and desist to Seedance because people were literally generating Marvel quality, Avengers Endgame videos of Thanos but mixing up Black Myth Wukong, the Monkey King fighting Thanos in Disney Marvel quality. So as good as Sora 2 was, Seedance 2 is even better than Sora. So there's still going to be things to generate on. You have people making Bruce Lee fight Tony Jaa, or you have all kinds of stuff. So You know, maybe eventually maybe we'll show some examples or something, and we got more time. But I think we did show something off. It was like a Dragon Ball Z fight where somebody was able to generate a Dragon Ball fight with Bulma fighting Beerus. Yeah, that was C dance
that
too.
was good.
So yeah, that was C dance. So you know, Sword 2 maybe they shut down because maybe they're getting outperformed by other what's it called, video generative AI. So they're just like, all right, we'll just focus on something else. But I think really it's OpenAI. They have a certain plan, you know, and things they want to focus on. So I think they're reallocating their servers to that. But yeah, what do you guys think about, you know, Sora 2 going down?
Honestly, I think a lot of players in the AI space are gonna go, you know, bit by bit, just because we're in the AI war right now. Everybody's in an AI arms race, and who knows? Like I said, we was joking around. You know, it could be Suno next. You know, it could be ChatGPT. It could be a lot of things that go down. But we're just gonna have to kind of wait and see, because we won't know. Like, this was a surprise. Who's to say that something else won't be a surprise? You know, what if it's Google Gemini? What if it's Microsoft Copilot? You know, it could be anything. It could be Grok. You know,
also, you know what? Also, a big element is what, you know. This is, I forgot to bring it, but this is huge. Is that the real issue is, it's not that they're getting rid of video generative AI Sora, it's that they don't want it for the masses. Because right now it's like anybody with a phone or anybody with a computer can just generate endless of videos. Maybe they don't want that for what's it called, the common man, but only for company. Just like how, you know, what was it, NVIDIA said, oh, we're only going to release our chips you know, to the companies and not for, you know, the consumer. It could be the same thing for AI. You know, we kind of enjoy the privilege of making images and videos, but maybe they're like trying to sanction it to where only if you're, you know, a Hollywood studio or whatever, only you can use the AI to make movies. Nobody else can. So the barrier of entry, it could be, you know, maybe making it less accessible. So that's also a big part of it too. Because if Hollywood really is threatened, or maybe if Hollywood, is threatened, you know, that they might lose out. Yeah, they could just make it to where only they can be the exclusive users of it. So very interesting. You know, or the government, you know, maybe the government, they want the ones who can use the AI video so they can use some fake propaganda. You know, I don't know, but I think, you know, that also is part of it. That's also part of it. So, you know, I remember during the election season, people were putting out videos of Trump getting arrested by some police officer. You know, I don't know. So, you know, it got to a point because I use Midjourney even during the election season. They made it specifically, they banned you from making any Donald Trump AI images during election season. So yeah, these AI companies, they're not shielded from, you know, powerful governmental entities or corporations that want to dictate who and what can use their technology. So
yeah, it's honestly, all I can say is I know all the people that were against AI is loving it.
Oh yeah, they're having a ball on Twitter and on social media. Yeah, they're having a ball.
Yeah,
and I found out the company, yes, it is based. I found out the company is based on reports from February and March 2026. The Trump administration has taken significant punitive action against the AI company Anthropic, marking a major escalation in conflict over AI safety and military deployment. Yeah. A ban on Anthropic. President Trump ordered all U.S. federal agencies to stop using technology from Anthropic. Reason: the dispute stemmed from Anthropic's refusal to give U.S. military unrestricted access to its AI tools. Anthropic sought to block its AI from being used in mass surveillance of Americans or fully autonomous weapons. So this is the Patriot Act. With 9/11, after 9/11, they released the Patriot Act so they could spy on us and get all of our data. This is basically the Patriot Act 2.0 that Trump is trying to enforce, and he's already trying to get AI companies to help him, but Anthropic refused, and they're suffering because of it. But OpenAI is like, we don't want no problems with Trump, so they're basically OpenAI's ChatGPT is basically saying. So a lot of people have actually deleted ChatGPT because of this, because they're like, OpenAI is potentially going to help the U.S. military make weapons, autonomous weapons, and mass surveillance. No, I don't want ChatGPT no more. So, yeah. it's getting into
It's kind of scary out here.
All I'm gonna say is, Caleb, you lucky you wasn't in that Sonic CrossWorlds group when this shit happened. Or them.
Hey, hell, give some more information, man. They ain't telling me nothing, nigga.
My weapon's not for sale.
I'm still using what I'm using and shit.
You losing? You we get all your AI shit. You better start learning to draw.
Yeah, probably gonna pick up a pencil.
Nails.
These motherfuckers talking about, you too. Yes. Shut down, pick up a pencil, nigga. Guess what? OpenAI gonna be spying on your ass talking about pick up a pencil, nigga. It ain't gonna. We about to have a American credit system, the social credit system.
that reminds me of when that reporter lady told LeBron to shut up and dribble.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What? I'm working.
Like that.
I don't know. Fucking, that's why I don't play Sonic Cross for no. I'm done.
Kill about the game.
Damn.
Man, I just did a time trial on the Mega Man map, and I'm number 4 in the world on PlayStation. Let's go. but yeah, it's Sword 2's down. We got to pour one out for Sword 2, man. I had a good time with it. The people I showed the videos, they were amused. I wanted to do more with it, man. I did like a series where I had like a Pokemon series. Yeah, I don't know. I just different things, man. So it's
So,
Angel, what do you think, man?
Do you guys feel like you'd be less down about it if you were able to save some of your stuff?
Yes. If they were like, okay, if they gave us like a window, like, all right, sunsetting in 1 week, I can make as many videos in that 1 week, but maybe they don't want to stretch the servers. If they were just like, all right, whatever you made, we're going to give you a chance to save it before we shut down, that would have been nice. But just shutting down, like literally putting out a tweet in the moment you post the tweet, you shut it all down, that ain't right. That's kind of sus in my eyes. It's like, what's going on? What are y'all hiding? Like, why all the immediate cease to exist? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of weird. But I think it has something. Yeah. Like I said, I think it has something to do with some things, governmentally. I'll say that. So, yeah, we're getting to some. Yeah. Angel, are you the ones who gave us the code, man? What you think about Sword getting shut down? You the ones who found it?
No more wrestling videos, apparently, I guess.
Unless you have to get.
I mean, I guess I had my fun while it lasted. I mean, I don't know exactly what was the reasoning for it, but I have a feeling it's probably something along the lines of they're probably getting hit with a lot of claims, copyright claims, people generating shit, and
maybe Michael Jackson estate.
I just don't understand, like, when you're dealing with AI, you have to do different copyrights because AI is free reign. AI will do whatever you tell it to do. So like, how will you copyright something like that? Or you're penalizing companies because they're doing something that AI is meant to do.
And to piggyback off of that, one thing from the consumer side is when the companies, let's say like if they're scared of getting sued or whatever, and they censor their AI to where you can't generate anything, like, oh, I want to generate Superman flying to Mars, and then it's like, oh, we can't generate this because Superman is a copyrighted character, and then the consumer's like, I don't want to buy your product because I can't generate what I want to generate because y'all have too many safeguards. And like, obviously you got to have extreme safeguards, but like, well, you can't even like generate I don't know, Sonic the Hedgehog or Mario or Superman because they got copyright. Like nobody's gonna want to buy your product. So there's also that aspect of it.
Like, I mean, let everybody have free reign. I mean, obviously you need some regulations in place, but if a company don't want the video taken down, then take the video down. I mean, like, companies need to stop copywriting everybody. We get copyright for everything. We get copyrighted for playing music on streams. We get copyrighted if we put a trailer on a fucking on a podcast. People get copyrighted for AI generation stuff. Hey, you know, if anything, a company should look at this AI generated shit, especially like anime fights and shit like that, and maybe take some ideas off of that. I'm like, you know what? This person had a good idea. Why not let us grab that from him? You know, ask permission or whatever. But like, yo, can we use this? You know, boom. You know, I think companies just don't want to either, you know, admit that they're getting help from AI or somebody made something better than what they could. I mean, that's an ego thing at that point. But I think you should let people's creative minds flow, because you never know. You might be able to create something good for your IP or your franchise because somebody else did it through AI, and you got you know, some ideas off of it.
Yeah, kind of like how I think it was Sonic Mania. I think somebody made a fan game. You know, fan game was so good that the Sonic team hired them to develop Sonic Mania. And whether it was the music or I think the game or something like that. But yeah, so like sometimes people creating fan creations or whatever, sometimes like, hey, maybe they have some good ideas, and maybe, you know, it can open up more creativity, especially in the world where it seems like there's a lack of creativity, especially with a lot of content that they're putting out.
In this world, people are scared to what's the word, actually be creative and take risks. Nobody likes to take risks no more, so everything's all safe, you know. Back in the day, you know why things were so good back in the day, guys? Because people actually took risks, and they might have failed, or they might have hit a home run. But you know what? They would have never hit that home run if they didn't try to do something out of the box, or just something that, you know, people probably, oh, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You never know unless you try, and that's what's lacking in this world. People just want to be on a safe route. Oh, we'll just make this because it's safer, and people are still gonna like it because it's safe. Where's the creativity in that? That's why we like a lot of original stuff. That's why we keep going back and keep getting remakes and remasters, because they can't make anything better than that. That's a problem in this world, in today's world. Think about it. Think about that, guys. Did we get a lot of remasters and remakes back when we were kids? They didn't remake Atari games. They didn't remake none of that shit.
Everything we love and that is a household name now was somebody taking a risk. At one point, I remember being alive. You know, it was a Nintendo. I think Nintendo almost failed, but Mario, I think, saved Nintendo. Yeah, Mario was a risk. That wasn't, you know, Mario didn't exist. They just like, yo, let's make a character, let's make him a plumber, give him some overalls, and, you know, make him Jumpman, whatever. And then it took off from there. It like Sonic the Hedgehog, same thing. That at one point Sonic didn't exist, but they like, oh, let's take a risk, let's make a character, let's see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we think is household now, at one point was new. Was one point somebody taking a chance. You know what I'm saying? And see if it sticks.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, you put it that way. Yeah, a lot of these big ding franchises didn't exist at one point. Somebody had to take a risk to create these characters that people love and enjoy. Fucking Mario is a household name now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That shit is crazy. And now, you know, can you think of any new mascots? that's a household name. That's that. And how long ago? And how long was it before Astrobot came about? Before the last mascot?
Over 20 years, over 20 years. 20, 30 years, yeah.
You know, people want a new Jack and Daxter game. It seems like they don't want to make that. They don't want to make a new Sly Cooper. They don't want to make anything that people has been craving for a long time. And a lot of the new games don't really hit. Nintendo's Switch 2 has been getting a lot of backlash because there's not enough exclusive titles. and people are complaining about that.
It was a needed upgrade because I've noticed like a lot of the games that were running at like 20 frames per second now run at 60. So it's a needed upgrade, but yeah, the games it's not enough games on there. It's almost just like a 500 upgrade essentially.
Exactly. I feel like the chip could have been better, but you know, shit. Like I said, I'll take what I can. Like I just feel like the Switch 2 could have been a little bit more powerful. It just, you know, stay up to date because Nintendo's not gonna make another console for like another 7-8 years. So at least make a chip comparable enough to be able to run games at 60 FPS or higher with no problems, especially demanding games, because there's probably gonna still have demanding games that the Switch 2 will struggle to run.
I think overall though, I feel like if, you know, with the video generation, I feel like if like people are going to generate Marvel characters or something like that in movie style, I don't think you should go after the what's it called, the AI company. What you should do is, like, let's say they post it on YouTube, just make it to where they can't monetize it. Like they can have the video on their channel, just like they just can't make money from it. That's really all it is. You don't need to just like block everything or try to sue everybody. Just like, hey.
Right, if they're not making any money off of it, I mean, they ain't hurting you.
Exactly. So,
but I get lost in this world, man. It's just so fucking beautiful.
Oh, it's Crimson right now.
Yeah, it's on the screen right now.
I thought you was watching the video. I'm not gonna.
Nah, bro, this is just, man, dude. I have this on the highest settings, guys. So like, yeah, you wouldn't get these graphics on console. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk my shit for a little bit, but yeah, you're not gonna get these graphics on console.
Hey Angel, I saw when I was watching that, I thought you was watching a video. So when I saw you do something, I was like, oh, he's in the part of the story where I'm at right now.
Long story short, though, at least when it comes to AI generation for videos, one dragon's head has been cut up, but there will be 5 more dragons that take its place. There, you know, there's already competitors that are still out there. But like I said, I think it has to do with OpenAI changing their priorities because of government influence. But you know,
yeah, Sonic niggas. Caleb said he ain't picking up the pencil just yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, I still got some other tools in my toolkit, but you know, there's still the image generation. There's, you know, all of those. There's still the music, and there's still some other video tools. So yeah, we ain't going nowhere yet. Pencil.
Nowhere,
but,
Papa, nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, AI is only gonna get smarter, guys. Like, what are people gonna do when AI is so smart that it don't even need a person to prompt it? It's gonna just do its own shit. Because that can happen.
It'll come to a point where people are gonna start like implementing AI chips in their brains.
I mean, Elon Musk has already been doing that. He's doing tests where he's putting chips in people's brain. You know, he's talking about, oh, well, it helps their functionality and stuff. But yeah, they're already that way, Sammy. Now, me, I would never put a chip in my brain. I don't trust. I had, you know, not to get too political, but Elon Musk is a Nazi, and I don't want no Nazi putting no chip in my good on.
Okay. Well, it is 1 a.m. So, guess we could kind of like wrap things up.
Yeah.
I guess we could get into the finishing statements. Mr. Sammy, what's the word?
Crimson Desert is probably the biggest game we've seen in the generation. Shout out to Pearl Abyss. To me, this is a Game of the Year contender. Will it be nominated? Who knows? Based on these journalists, you know, it looks like they're getting their way right now because they can kind of dictate which games get put up for Game of the Year because they got all the powers in terms of the votes. But, you know, I'm enjoying the game and I haven't played anything like it. And, you know, it might take me 3 years is to stream the whole thing. But I'm gonna enjoy my time regardless. And watching Angel play it right now kind of has me having an itch right now to play it myself. So I'm gonna just say that. But appreciate you guys tuning in. As per usual, you guys are awesome. It's fun to be here every Wednesday with you guys in the chat and the guys on the panel, of course. And see you next week as well.
Okay, Mr. Caleb.
Oh man. Hey, keep your head up. Shoot, I don't even know, man. Pokemon Legends coming soon. Champions. In April. I don't even know. Avoid the draft at all costs.
And they took Sora away. You don't even fucking say, man. And
I'm speechless. But no, it's overall, forward to what next week and see what else, see if what else crazy stuff happens in between there. But I honestly, I just hope gaming, during COVID, it was kind of at a low point, and then it started to rise up again, and now it's seeming like the world is trying its best to get in the way again. And I just hope that hopefully gaming, doesn't take too much of a hit. So I'll just say that.
Okay.
Cause I'm trying to live in the future, baby. I'm trying to enter the Matrix, the GTA 6 Matrix.
Alright. I guess for me, it would have to be I think we had another great episode. I'm definitely excited to get into Crimson Desert.
Yes, sir.
I know it has a lot of contention right now, but hey, I gotta go in and form my own opinions.
As you should.
Not looking forward to next month because of how big the game is, and we got Pragmata and Sorrows coming out, and I definitely want to play those games. So,
these games are too big.
Bro, just get into it now.
Dilemma, bro.
You might as well
just get into it now.
Get it now. Get out of the way.
Get into it. He has the game. Just get into it now. Play it now.
Oh yeah, you have the game.
Time.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Get it on pause, bro. This man been playing Octopath Traveler, man.
Oh man,
put that shit away.
Man, that game will come back later, yo. I told you play Octopath later. You can pick it up whenever you want.
No, I'm literally 97% done with Octopath Traveler.
No,
just leave the last 3%, man. You got this, man. Just put on Crimson Desert, man. It's time to be a great man.
I'm gonna finish Octopath tomorrow.
No, there you go.
All
right, even better.
So
this game is beautiful, Nano. Come on.
Get lost with us, man.
I'm gonna hop in, man. I'm gonna hop in. I'm looking forward to the game. Hey, open world games are my favorite. I love open world games. So now I don't know if we gotta see when it comes to the game of the year talk, man, because it's also gonna be a hardy. I'm not expecting GTA to come out, but got Resident Evil, got Pragmata, gotta see, man.
I think truthfully, Resident Evil and this game are Game of the Year contenders, or so far that's been released this year.
I'd agree.
Okay.
I would agree. Despite the reviewers, dropping the score to an 8 out of 10 so far, I definitely think this game is deserving to be a 90%. But
yeah, I mean, 8 out of 10 is good. I mean, there's a gaming site that gave this game a 0 because there was no LGBTQ like representation
Oh,
in the
Don't get me
game.
started on
I mean,
that.
they were
I
clearly
didn't even
hating.
mention that. Don't even get me started on that.
I don't know what this idea
Shit,
is
I'm
that you
tripping
have to
about.
have that in everything. You don't.
You
Like,
don't, you don't, you don't, and then, you make yourself look like a fool when you want everything. You want it to be included in everything because at that point you're trying to force it, and nobody likes when shit's
Like,
forced.
Like, see, I don't mind it. Is the fact that you gave it a 0 out of 10 because there was none? Like, what? Review the game for the gameplay.
Right, we're not here about different communities. I'm not gonna like this game because I don't see a lick of any Hispanic in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that there's some black NPCs, but you don't see me saying, "Oh man, this game's not a masterpiece. I don't see enough black people. I don't get enough representation." Like, what?
Game was not meant
That's
for that.
not
This game
gameplay.
was meant for adventure. That's like, if you're focused on that, then you're looking for the wrong things in video games.
Exactly. We should be playing games, not focused
Yeah.
on theories and concepts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, hey, man, you know, shout out to Crimson Desert, man. We gonna see. I'm definitely gonna be on it, man.
Hey, Pokemon Champions comes out in like another week or two. Oh, you getting your team ready, Caleb?
Yeah. Do you want to? do Hey, we can do a duos battle too. I got my 4 Pokemon ready.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Hey,
my
listen,
champion
man.
team, baby. You go.
Let
I'm
Angel
not gonna-
go and finish it off. Pokemon talk. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying Pokemon Champions comes out as April 8th, which ironically is the same day that the villain season in Speedstorm comes out. I'm like, I'll play Pokemon Champions or I'll play Speedstorm. I think I'm gonna play Champions. You know what I'm saying? It's something
wait,
new.
wasn't Peter Pan supposed to come out next?
No, it's the villain season, that Peter Pan.
Oh, they better fix the game before then. Otherwise,
After
I
what
ain't
they
never
did.
touching this.
I'm good.
Oh, then you can't even get the characters. Never. Oh, yeah, I'm good still.
Yeah, they're not, and there's no sounds of it like not changing. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't look like they're reverting their changes. So I mean, at that point,
Yeah.
that's it trash.
Are you excited
I
to
was
spend
looking at
$50 for a
comic
villains pack?
and try Peter Pan, but now
Look, I was
looking forward to
fortunate enough.
So we not even gonna get to play Syndrome, bro.
Are you excited to spend $50 for a Peter Pan pack?
Nah.
Hell nah.
I'm gonna get my Pokemon team ready. We're gonna do some Pokemon that day.
Yeah,
We're
but
gonna-
they just put,
$50 towards Pragmata.
and tomorrow.
maybe we'll cover that video because Pokemon did show off
Oh yeah, their
Pokemon
trailer.
Champion
Yeah.
trailer. So
Didn't they have that before, or was that just an announcement?
No,
No,
this
that
was
was like an
like-
announcement trailer. This is a new trailer that just released.
Okay.
mhm.
Yeah,
So-
they kind of like explain everything and show things off and whatnot. It's gonna be a fun game. I will say that it's gonna be fun, and I like that now this is gonna be the main app for PvP Pokemon. So it looks like PvP is not gonna be in a thing for mainline games anymore because this one universal app connects all these games into that, and this is gonna be your battling simulator, damn near.
Yep. In any Pokemon game that you bought in the past, you can take those Pokemon that you caught, put them in home, and then transfer them to Pokemon Champions to battle other people. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I got a whole Pokemon bank full of Pokemon. So, oh shit, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I mean, yeah. Other than that, tomorrow I will be streaming, guys. I will be doing Destiny Rising, though I'm not doing Christmas. Goddamn, Crimson Desert, because Destiny Rising's new season comes out tomorrow, and they supposedly are doing like a full-on reset. Like they're taking away a lot of the gacha mechanics out the game. Like they're doing a whole 360 of what they did when they first released this game months ago, back in last year, September, October. So I'm actually optimistic to see, you know, what these changes look and to see how it progresses, knowing that there is no
Hello.
I mean, I want to say there's no gacha because essentially what they're doing. Nah, my headset fucking just died, bro.
Yeah, I heard that mid.
Hey,
Give
man,
me
it's
one
on you.
second. Let me plug this up so I can hear y'all because I can't hear nothing. All right, there you go. All right, so yeah, As I was saying, I mean, taking a gacha out of the game, you know, a lot of people don't like gacha. So, I mean, I think there's still going to be gacha. I think, like, to maximize the characters, you would have to, like, you know, pay money. But to unlock the characters, they give you the unlocking of the character for free. So that was not the case before. So that's big because now everybody gets every battle pass character for free without even having to pay for the battle pass or nothing. It's just you play the game, you grind out the materials, and you'll be able to summon that character for free.
Sounds nice.
And a lot of other mechanics, like there was like a long ass list. I read that shit. I'm like, dude, this is like essentially a whole new game. It's like a whole new reset. So, you know, I'm gonna play that tomorrow, show it off, and you know, see what happens after that. Man, I do a Crimson Desert stream on Friday, you know, and then obviously Division weekend. So, you know,
I'm gonna do the same.
I think that's what.
After I drop the first video.
Yeah. Drop that video before they attack us. Or should we do a poll? Will Sammy release the video on Friday for sure? Yes or no?
Nah, I will.
Can't believe he asked that. Should we?
Yikes.
Oh,
I just want to gauge people's, you know, excitement. That's all.
Well, other than that, yo,
Oh, yeah, they still want to watch the video.
I think that's it for everything, right?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everybody ready to do the
Thanksgiving
poking thoughts?
soda. You said what?
Yeah, everybody ready
Yep.
to... Oh shit! All right, they are waiting on me. Fuck, I didn't even know that. Shit, I sidetracked myself.
I said it was on
This
you.
man watching basketball Crimson Desert. He's getting lost.
I got lost in the game sauce. I'm sorry. Look at this fucking beautiful sunset. And on that note, we're gonna close things off. Great podcast. We covered a lot of news that's been happening in the gaming world. You know, Crimson Desert and Resident Evil so far are my picks for Game of the Year nominations. We don't know. We're still in March. We never know. There might be some fire games coming out in the next, you know, 9 months. So stay tuned. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. And if you guys like the content, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever we go live. We'll be back next week for some more gaming news and content. And without further ado, let's close it up, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your night.
Welcome to the CrashOut.
Have a good night, y'all.
What me miss? Same for still this. If you're never there, you feel this shit. What me miss? Yeah, baby, they feel this. Late night, let the room breathe. Talk stay calm, but they run deep. No rush for feeling. Hay momento que solo pasan si tú estás aquí. Stream cut shot, but the vibes there. Clips can't catch it the same way. Si tú sabes, you know all good. Next one stream, that's how you understood. Feeling that's timing. But me miss same for still is. Miss one night you feel this shit for me miss. You have to be there for this. CrashOut portal.